Good, Rob?
Don't fuck it up, Chuck.
All right, I'll try. Everybody good?
That was fake as fuck. Give
Three,
him a snuff.
2, 1.
First of all, you don't do my countdown for me.
Well, I was trying to fucking be cooperative, but go ahead.
3, 2, 1. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another exciting episode of We Hope This Finds You Well with Rob, Chuck, and Jimmy. And tonight we have a special guest with us. His name is Chris Mitas. We know him from the past. He was a good friend of ours, and he has agreed to talk with us. About what, we don't know, but we're going to find out real soon. What's up, Chris? How are you? How have you been?
Wonderful, guys. Nice talking to you guys.
You too, man. So, why don't we just get into it real quick? How do we know Chris? He moved to the Oakmont, 7th Street.
Yeah.
Back in what? Like, was it like 3rd grade?
So
I was going to say 4th grade.
4th grade?
It was in 5th grade, I think. It was Mr. Heckman's class. I remember that. That guy.
It was fourth grade.
That's 4th, bro.
Fourth grade. Okay. So actually,
it was right at the same time I moved there.
because I knew a lot of people from Oakmont though, because I went to St. Irenaeus.
Right.
2K to like 3rd grade. So I knew a bunch of people from there. My mom worked at a daycare on the Boulevard.
Oh
Yeah,
shit, that's right.
I forgot about the
Oh,
daycare. We
yeah.
used to rollerblade in the daycare.
That's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
That was sick. I forgot all about that.
I
See?
fucking definitely forgot about that.
why
That's
we do
great.
that.
Yeah, so we did that. So yeah, I moved there in 5th, 4th grade, like went to 10th Street. So
Yeah, 10th Street. Brutal. We were talking about those football games that we used to have out on the field. Was that not some brutal shit?
In the
I
morning
remember,
before
like,
school.
the worst part was tackling Rob because he was so much bigger than us.
He was. He was like a man-child.
Yeah, but then I stopped growing like right around that time. Everyone else like continued to get taller, and I just went, "Oh, I'm gonna stay fucking 5'5".
Yeah. I'm the guy
I'm
that's
5'9" for the
5'7".
record.
I'm
Yeah,
5'7"
I mean,
and a half.
Those games up there, we play in the snow and the rain. I mean, it was
Ice.
ice.
And then
Didn't
go into freaking homeroom, soaking
Oh, yeah.
wet.
Muddy.
I mean, they didn't give. I don't think they gave 2 shits at that
Well,
point.
remember like those like swishy pants were the cool thing to wear back then. So you could just like rub them, and the snow comes off. They dry pretty quick.
It was, I remember like people wore shorts and like
Just
No.
Umbros every day.
yeah, like there were short Umbros. You wore those, or you wore swishy pants. Like that was it.
I was a swishy pants kid. I enjoyed them.
Those and like the Pumas. If you wore
The
those,
Pumas, yeah.
those and Pumas, you were in.
Or
Yeah.
The Sambas.
the
Adidas
Adidas
No, the Sambas.
yeah.
The Sambas.
Yeah.
That was it. I'm sorry.
You know, it's funny. My son plays soccer down here, and they're back in style. I was like, this is so weird. Like
Full circle.
Mm.
full circle.
I've had them a number of times throughout the years. Actually,
That's funny.
they still hold up. Still comfy, but actually not.
Yeah, I
But
could
I've
never.
worn-
I
I've
could
worn
never get
Chucks
in.
for so long.
I could never get
that
into
they've,
that
like-
long tongue. I was like,
You just
I
gotta
don't-
slide it to the
like,
side.
I don't even know how
Charlie,
this
like you do
works.
the panties.
I'm not gonna lie.
Ah.
I freaking rocked the Sambas. I had a
Mm.
pair
Yeah.
for sure, and a bowl cut, just like all of you.
Oh yeah, all those.
Chris had like a pristine bowl cut though. There wasn't a bowl cut in town better than Chris's.
We-
Perfect,
We used
perfectly.
to put a bowl on it. That's why it was
Yeah,
freaking awesome.
but it was it was like the down front perfect curl.
Yeah, the nice little curl, parted in the middle.
It was from the sweat from the football games.
It got
That's
all the
right.
chicks. It didn't matter.
Oh, check.
That's funny.
That's funny as hell. So you were there from what, like 4th until 8th?
No, 7th grade. I ended in 7th grade because I moved. Okay, the last time I was in Oakmont after we moved, we was at your house,
It was
Jimmy.
my fucking house. I remember that shit.
Yeah, my parents actually like pulled up in their car and we like got in the car.
Yeah, we chased you down the street.
I
Yeah.
remember that.
And
Absolutely.
It was heartbreaking.
It was.
Yeah,
It was terrible. So that was.
Yeah.
Did you even? Were you
Remember
even
it like
in
it was
7th grade
yesterday.
then? Did you go down to
Yeah,
high
yeah.
school?
We went to, the high school.
Okay, so it was at the end of 7th.
Yeah, it was right
Yeah, it
after
was,
seventh
it
grade.
was like in May. It was like June or something like that. We moved down.
Okay. Yeah, I do remember that because it was kind of like a pool party or some shit, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was something. We did something big at the end. So my mom was like, it's the last time I'd see these people for a while. So
Well,
Dude,
that's awesome.
Yeah,
Your
that's
parents
pretty
were
cool.
awesome.
So what was that move like? I've never had to do anything like that. None of us have. Maybe kind of Rob.
Yeah, but I'm 30 as
Yeah.
hell, so that doesn't count.
it
Yeah,
was
right.
weird.
It was still weird, but
It was weird. Coming down to Georgia, it's a total culture shock. Because I went back to middle school.
Oh, yeah, because we do things fucked up.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
So like high
Oh,
school.
that's interesting. Yeah.
So I went back to 8th grade there. So we moved to like the suburbs of Atlanta in like a house and stuff. Like in Pittsburgh, there's row houses and you can get wherever you want. Well, not here. Like I was in a subdivision, like
yeah,
a little like a house with like a yard and
that's how it is in Texas too.
it's weird. Like you come in here and like there's like 3 kids in the neighborhood. So like the whole summer I met like 3 people. And then I go to high school and there's like I'm middle school and there's like 800 kids in my class. It was crazy.
Wow.
Coming from what we had like 100 and some people maybe in our graduating class,
Yeah.
maybe not.
Right around 100, yeah.
I mean, I graduated with almost like 900 kids.
Holy shit.
Christ.
It was crazy. Yeah, like so.
So you sat there throughout the entire commencement, like, who the hell is that dude? I don't know who that guy is.
It was in a stadium.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm sure
That's-
it was.
Like concerts are played there in the same arena that I was. Like big names too, like Ed Sheeran. Like big like pop people are there all the time. Like they play the Division III hockey team plays there. Major League Lacrosse plays there. Like it's crazy.
That's
My
pretty
high
wild.
school.
First of all, I didn't know there was Major League Lacrosse. That's awesome. Check that out. I love lacrosse. That shit's badass.
YouTubing that later.
Yeah, for sure.
They have the Georgia Swarm down here.
That's badass.
Yeah.
So what was like the biggest culture shock outside of that?
Just how big it was, man. I mean, I remember riding our bikes in Pittsburgh and Oakmont, like it was like nothing. Like going somewhere, we did anything. I mean, we were doing that in like 5th grade.
Yeah.
We would go to Verona and ride around and ride our bikes everywhere. Like no
Or
one
skate.
cared.
Yeah, or skate. We were big skaters.
We were everywhere. We were everywhere from like up by the country club all the way down to the river.
Yeah.
And my parents had the same mentality, but like there's nowhere to go. Like
you're stuck in your development.
Is it like just subdivision after subdivision after subdivision?
Exactly. And like we found like a way to get back to the woods in the grocery store but that was like a big ordeal. Like it's just so much bigger here. It's just but the culture is different. Like think about like going to the boulevard, you have like pretty much everything there. You have like all this stuff. Here you have like it's so spread out. Like everyone loves like chain restaurants and stuff like that. Like you don't have like and like I mean I remember I moved back to Pittsburgh for a couple of years when I was 20, 21, 22, 23 for a couple of years, and like local bars aren't a thing down here like they are up there.
Yeah.
Like little stuff like that. So it was a very crazy difference.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, Pittsburgh's like surprised. I don't want to toot our own horn, but we kind of got it going on with the Pittsburgh restaurant scene, and of course the local bars. That's always
it's made possible by the topography and like the size of the place, though. You know what I mean? It's able to keep
it's
that
like a
little
bunch of
hometown
separate
feel.
communities. It is.
Topography.
But it's also weird, like in Pittsburgh. I mean, really, if at Oakmont, you're 15 minutes from Pittsburgh, from downtown. Like,
Yeah.
true, 15, 20 minutes. Like, it's like not far at all.
No.
No.
That doesn't exist in the South in general.
No, like there's too much space. Like there's too much space in like Atlanta's an hour away, but I still live in Atlanta, quote unquote.
Wow.
I mean, it's 30-minute if there's no traffic, which is never a thing. Unless it's like
Right.
unless the Georgia football game is playing. That's when you can get anywhere you want. Because everyone loves their college football here.
And they're either at the game or watching the TV.
Yes.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Same thing here with the Steelers to a degree. Driving downtown's a hell of a lot better during the middle of the
It's
game.
gotten a lot
yeah.
better.
Yeah, Jenny always goes grocery shopping during Steeler games because there's nobody at the grocery store.
Yeah.
That's smart.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you can get some shit done. So, did you go to culinary school down there?
Actually, I went to culinary school in Charleston, South Carolina.
Badass. It's a cool place.
Yeah, it was amazing. We lived first year in like North Charleston area, which is like 10 minutes from downtown, 10 minutes from the beach. So, we're always either driving to the beach or driving to the school because classes were from 7 to 1. So 7 in the morning to 1 in the afternoon. The rest of the day.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So, do you work during that time? Did you have like any job during culinary school, or is it just?
Oh yeah. Like, I mean, dude. Being from Pittsburgh, like my parents didn't, just I don't know what yours were like, but like it was you're figuring out how to do things yourself. Like
yeah.
I had to buy a car myself. I had to pay my insurance myself.
Yeah, absolutely.
Gas. Like there was like my mom's like, if you want it, you're gonna pay for it. You're gonna get a job. So from really like 9th grade on, I had a job. Like either let's see, jobs in high school I had. My first job was a haircut at a hair salon. My mom knew some lady, and that lasted about 24 hours because I hated it.
What were you doing? Just sweeping hair up?
Yeah, like I was like, this is it sucks.
Yeah, man.
Like-
I've been working since I was 14, and I haven't stopped.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean it's just
14 to retirement. Bring it on.
Yep. So then I worked at a grocery store for a while. So I did that and then worked in retail for a while, being able to pay my bills and stuff like that. But it was, sophomore in high school, working 40 hours a week, making money, doing what I want to do.
Oh yeah.
That's nice.
So it's funny. I remember, Chris, after you moved away, the next summer after, you came back and you spent like, I don't know if it was a week or 2 weeks with me.
Yeah.
And then I don't remember like what we did at all, but I remember it happened. And then we drove you to meet your aunt somewhere. And then it was like, that was like the last time I saw you.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember that week. It was awesome. Like just coming back and seeing everybody again.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Wait, that would have been in what grade? In 8th or 9th?
That would have been, the summer after 8th grade.
I remember that. That's all right.
Yeah, we just hung out. I remember playing, Chuck, like your house, like your parents' house on like 3rd Street right there, like playing that Ouija board in that creepy old basement you had.
Yeah, there was definitely a Ouija board down there.
Those things are creepy as shit.
The sisters are like screaming and crying. And, like,
Sounds about right. So
And then-
Saturday at the Lynch household.
it's funny, like you had like a computer at your house, so it was like a big deal. Like
Dude.
it was like, yeah, man.
Yeah, computers were a big deal back in the day.
Yeah, playing like Ski Free on Windows 98.
Damn right.
Like, it had a green screen, dude. It had a green. We were playing.
Oh,
Like,
down in the basement. It had MS DOS.
Oh yeah.
And like you had to like type in like a code to like open any program.
Yeah.
So you really had to know your shit if you wanted to do anything. Yeah.
Best thing,
I forgot about that one. Yeah.
The best thing, Chuck, was when your brother wasn't around, we'd sneak in his room and play his video games.
Yeah,
God.
it's still the best thing when he's not around. You'll just have
Be
to take
nice.
my word for that.
Be nice.
Techno Bowl and like a Mad 93 or something like that. Like,
So awesome.
yeah,
Bo Jackson just killing dudes.
yeah. Who would be the Raiders? Like you couldn't. Like,
Yeah.
like my team was the Bills, man. Thurman Thomas and Andre.
Yeah.
That was a good team too.
The Bills and I think the Giants were good back then too.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm sure you had Lawrence Taylor fucking coming from the side, just pushing anybody.
You were big into hockey, if I remember. Hockey was your shit. You played back like when we were little, didn't you?
Oh yeah, yeah. Still do today. Still do now.
Really?
That's awesome.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. You play ice?
Yeah, I play ice and roller down here, so.
Oh, you're fucking all in.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, it's awesome, man. You'd be surprised how many guys from Pittsburgh are down here. Like I could almost build a team of Pittsburgh guys that are like
Just the Southern Yinzers.
Wow.
Bunch of
Yeah.
carpetbaggers.
good team name too. Thanks for. I'm gonna use that at one point.
That is good.
Like I actually have a tournament coming up December 5th and 6th, and our team name is gonna be Cool as Ice.
Nice.
And it's a silhouette. It says "Cool as Ice" in the center, but silhouette of Vanilla Ice, like the little cuts in the hair.
That's real cool. That's
So
awesome.
it's gonna be our team jerseys for that event. So I'm really excited about that.
So I'm assuming you're a forward, right?
Yeah.
You got that like Martin St. Louis thing going on. You know, you're short but super quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a grinder in the corners. You know, get out,
Good at getting
Good
them
goal.
pucks.
get those pucks, man. Get those pucks. Goals. That's all it is.
That's cool.
Grab, elbowing someone, getting a little butt end in someone's ribs. It's all nice. It's all fun.
So what is this? Are you like weekend warrior? Is this like 5 days a week? You go hard or what?
So I'll play 2-3 times a week sometimes, but I'm always like training and doing stuff. Actually, on the side of my like we just moved to this house. When was it? June, like during like COVID. Like we put our old house in the market 2 days before we shut down, not knowing we were doing that.
Oh God.
Like I was in a meeting at school and like with all the principals and stuff, and I got a call at the beginning. I was like, oh cool, someone's about my house. Awesome. Click. Hey, we're shutting down schools. I was like,
Oh.
and so like we went through 3 buyers and doing all that stuff, but it was a mess. That was March 13th. We didn't move in until like middle of July.
That's no fun.
Dude, it was no fun. But anyway, so next to our, because thanks to Trump, with our stimulus check, I put a hockey rink inside of my house.
Nice.
Oh, there you go.
So it's like a basketball area, and it has like a 40 by 40 pad that has like a basketball hoop and stuff.
Uh-huh.
I found this line this guy had like roller hockey tiles, so I just bought a ton of like 1,000 of them and just put them out there, and it was like a hockey rink out there. My sons love going out there playing hockey and was play all the time.
That's really cool.
Yeah,
How many kids do you have?
I have 3.
Good
Jesus.
gravy.
Yeah, I have a 9-year-old named Owen who loves hockey and like he's good. He's gonna be good. And that's parent bias, obviously, but he's good. Addie, she is 5 and a daughter, and she is a Spitfire. And these gray hairs are because of her.
Chuck feels that.
Yeah.
I see those stuff. You don't have to get close to see yours.
Yeah, dude.
I'm gonna
I can
stay
see it
back
in
here. I didn't
Texas.
know if it was the right shading.
No. You can see it.
Yeah, we got Gandalf over here.
Just for men, bud. Just for men.
Oh no! You gotta rock it, man.
He gets natural.
Each grade is
I'm not doing it. No.
It's just
And then I have a 1-year-old. He's just about 14 months. His name's Malcolm.
Wow, that's crazy.
So,
nice.
that's it.
And then you got the snip snip.
Not yet, but it's coming.
Good.
It's coming.
Highly,
Me too. I'm in
I highly
line.
recommend it. So
This man has twins.
No, man. Malcolm's sleeping through the night now, so it's like better in life.
So I'm assuming you're just gonna turn into like the crazy hockey dad, coach and
No,
coach.
no, there's some crazies out there. I actually prefer not to coach them, but in the South, there's a lack of coaches, so it's kind of hard.
Probably not too big of a thing down there, huh?
It is. I mean, look, there's a lot of hockey teams out here and stuff like that, but it's not. I mean, they don't understand. Like, I had to teach like little things like jump stopping. Like, they were just like, you're sitting there watching the practice. You're like, this is bad.
Bad technique.
Just bad in general. Like in roller hockey, it's 4-on-4. So there's no reason. It's all about possession in hockey, in roller hockey. Dumping and chase is a bad idea.
Okay.
So like, you watch a guy come down the red line in ice hockey and dump it in, someone else goes and chases it. There's no offsides, no icing in roller hockey.
Okay.
So you can just pass and do whatever you want and hold the puck for 20 minutes.
Interesting.
So, yeah, it's a lot. I mean, that's probably my favorite right now is to play, just because it's wide open.
So do you just like shit on everybody down there, or what?
I don't necessarily shit on everybody, but I'm above average. Let's just say I'm not gonna.
yeah, that's our boy. That's our boy. You heard
That's right,
that.
he's got that northern blood.
I'm not gonna shit on it, but there's a lot of guys who are from the north and like different areas. But I actually got hurt a couple weeks ago, in June. So I'm actually like rehabbing to get back. So
That's wild. That's pretty wild.
Undisclosed injury. We don't want to let the opponent know your weakness.
Of course not.
Shattered my pelvis.
Oh,
Holy
Jesus.
Ow.
Yeah. Well, a guy hit me from behind and threw me into the boards, and my ball and socket, like your leg running into your pelvis, and that back cavity.
Yeah.
Just it just cracked it. It was bad.
Beating.
Fucking hell.
The bad thing is they didn't know it for like 5-6 weeks. So I'm like, oh, my hip hurts. They're like, we don't see anything X-ray, sir. I'm like, dude, my hip hurts. I'm telling you. They're like, oh. So I had to pay like $1,500 for MRI, and they're like, oh, we see it now, sir. You have like shards of pelvis in your. And they're like, can you do
So
anything?
cool. Do I get my money back or fucking
Yeah.
what?
Cool. How about some medical malpractice?
Yeah.
Y'all
Well, no,
suck.
because of the angle of the X-ray, they couldn't see like the back of it. So they said, well, it's healing. Just let it heal now.
Keep on going, buddy.
Yeah. So I've been playing since and just dealing with it.
That's pretty hardcore.
They said you can't hurt it anymore. So I was like, okay.
I get a paper cut. I'm taking a week off at least.
Fucking hell.
I'm
Fucking
going
hell.
on disability. Fuck that.
Yeah.
So what? Where do you work now?
I'm actually a teacher.
Okay.
I've been an instructor for culinary for the past 11 years.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
shit.
Yep. Yeah.
So
So
that's
actually, like a high school, but it's like a tech high school.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Cool.
That's really cool.
So I'm not doing like home ec. Like we have like a $4 million building that's like for culinary and hospitality that does like events and crazy.
That's pretty
stuff.
rad.
Yeah, we have like 300 students and in the system. So it's pretty crazy.
So how the hell have you been dealing with COVID and all that shit?
Carefully.
Good answer.
So you guys are still like coming in person and everything?
Oh yeah. Well, okay. So Rob mentioned the big thing earlier before we started that football is king in the South.
Of course.
My theory is we started school because of football. So
I believe it.
I would totally believe that. That I wouldn't say
Yeah,
that.
absolutely.
I would say the same up here. I mean, people love football.
If
All right,
you
all
see
right.
the size of the stadiums that they build for these teams down this way, dude, you would just go, yeah, okay. It makes
Yeah.
perfect sense.
So, I mean, honestly, our system is probably doing. I mean, I feel the best, and that's maybe my bias. Everyone wears a mask. Everyone gets temperature checked every day. Everybody's socially distancing when available. We have virtual and in-person kids. So I have virtual classes that literally stay home. So class size are almost cut in a third. So we're able to socially distance. The instructors, I mean, for me, myself, we're told to stay no more than 15 minutes with a student. Because that's the tracing time.
Right.
So I don't stay within 15 minutes of a student, and I'm wearing a mask the whole time and a face shield or something or one or the other. And they're wearing a mask all the time. If they don't wear a mask, they get sent home. So it's been manageable, not optimal, but manageable.
So what ages are you teaching?
So 9 through 12.
9th through 12th. 9th through 12th. Okay.
So 14 through 20.
So obviously, when you're teaching the 14-year-olds, they're starting out with the basics, right?
Sometimes not. We also do high school credits in middle school now
Okay.
in Georgia. So some freshmen are coming in with 6 and 7 high school credits.
Because they're taking foods 1 in high school or some shit.
Yeah, food. Yeah, we call it culinary 1 and 2. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Culinary 1 and 2. Okay.
Yeah, so it's been cool though. It's a little different.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean we have full. It's not like the home ec kitchen you had in Riverview. I remember that I had a class there where we did half the time cooking, half the time sewing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Making those stupid ass pillows.
Oh, and Miss Belinsky
Miss
and
B,
shit.
and she'd be like, all right.
Well, yeah, it was Miss Dudash on the cooking side, and then Miss B on the sewing side,
And Miss B
we
would-
made Rice Krispie treats, and then you went and made a pillow.
Yeah.
And fruit punch.
Yeah, the fruit punch.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
nice.
And she
I
would
think we had to write out.
That must
we had
have
to,
that must have
write
been
out
what
making a peanut
inspired
butter and
you
jelly
to
sandwich.
pursue the career
And-
as Rice
Oh, yeah.
Krispie
Had to be
treats.
it.
She was crazy about the fruit punch too. She would measure you out so precise, and she would eyeball you if you went over at all. It was crazy.
She eyeballed me for everything. That lady fucking hated me.
You were a little fat kid, of course you would.
Oh, nice. Look, Rob's stunned.
I did.
The funniest thing about
He
Miss
fucking
B,
got you.
the funniest thing about Miss B is when she would be like, "All right, you guys, go ahead and start sewing this," and then she would just leave the room and go outside and smoke cigarettes the whole time.
Right out the back door.
It's like, this is for real.
Come in with the dragoniest breath ever.
All right, so I have a question, Chris.
Sure.
What you so you moved back to Pittsburgh in your early 20s, and my
Yep.
question is, how come we weren't all best friends again? What the
I don't know.
fuck?
Honestly, I worked so much at that time. I mean, I was working 70, 80 hours a week.
Oh, that's rough.
It was. I mean, we had
That's fucking brutal.
5 restaurants at the time, and I was the corporate chef at the time. So I was traveling to 4 or 5 restaurants, doing different things, creating menus, and running kitchens at the time. I mean, it was
What restaurants were they?
Dingbats. Remember Dingbats at the mall?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Chris, I saw you at Dingbats.
Yeah, Rob came actually saw Rob there one time with his girlfriend. I don't know what girl that was at the time, but
Who's the
I
lucky
have no
lady?
clue. His name was Bertha. He was a good girl.
Yeah, and what? It was
Um,
just a chance, because I remember Rob telling me about that. He was like, "You'll never guess who I saw." I'm like, who'd you see?
Yeah, because I remember sitting there and I'm like, that dude looks like Chris Mitas with a beard. I'm like, that's Chris Mitas with a fucking beard. No goddamn way.
Yeah. I actually
I don't think that mall's doing so well in general anymore.
Oh, it's
No.
bad.
Yeah, it's real shitty.
It was bad. Actually, you know what's funny? My grandmother owned that land in like the 60s before they built the highway.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Like if you look across the highway, you'll see a house in the top corner right there. That was my grandmother's house, and they owned all that land down there.
Oh, wow.
I think I remember going to your grandma's house with you with like a big overlook off the back.
Oh yeah.
That might have been that one, maybe.
Yep. Because she moved down here in 97, so we moved down here in 98 because of her.
Oh, I thought your dad got a job down there, didn't he?
Yep. Well, he was in fencing.
I thought he was in fencing. Yeah.
North Park or North Star or something like that.
North American, yeah.
That's right.
North American fencing.
And he would not be able to work when the ground froze in Pittsburgh.
Oh, yeah.
So like pretty much December through February, like
it was over, yeah.
Yeah. So he was doing odds and ends jobs at that point, doing stuff just to make money. And then he's like, oh wait, I can make double the money and work all year in Georgia? Because at that point in the late 90s, like they're building houses down here still to this day, like it's going out of style. It's crazy.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I totally. And that's happening all over the South.
Yeah, they have places literally like blocked off where they aren't allowed to build anymore, like literal sections of counties.
Yeah,
right. It's all close to the city though, like relatively.
And a lot of it is, you'd be surprised in the people that are coming in. It's a lot of younger minorities, which has been really great to kind of see that change too.
Sure.
In the election, I mean, in all honesty, yeah.
Oh, dude, I know Georgia, blue state. What's up?
Yeah.
Rob, you're the only jag-off from a red state here.
Not from a red state. I currently reside in a red state.
I know, I'm fucking with you.
Son of a bitch. Chris, a couple episodes ago, I just got like pummeled because I live in Texas. I'm not a Republican.
It was right before the election.
Yeah, we did an episode right before the election, and Rob became a scapegoat of
He
sorts.
was. We really projected on Rob. I'm sorry.
Our apologies, Rob.
I was the man for a day.
That's funny.
All right, Chris, like how did you who is your wife and how'd you meet her?
So my wife is named Polly, and we met in Charleston at college, culinary school.
Okay.
Nice.
Very cool.
So you guys make some good shit then.
Yes.
No one goes hungry.
From Seattle, Washington. So I have a lot of family now in Seattle, and it's awesome. So
that's really awesome.
And they all love fish, right?
Yeah, they all love. I mean, crab is king. Dungeness crab is the best thing you've ever had in your entire life.
What is your favorite thing to make?
See, like that's the worst question I have because it depends on what season, day, time, mood you're in.
Yeah.
Like, okay, for instance, today, 2 days after Thanksgiving, we made bubble and squeak. You ever had that before?
I don't even know what that means.
Yeah.
No, man.
Are those words?
Okay, so if you take like your Thanksgiving leftovers, right?
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
So in Britain, they would make bubble and squeak every Monday and Britain, Sunday roast is a big thing.
Right.
So they would take like all of your like leftover meat and chop it up. You take your mashed potatoes, you take your veg, you mix an egg and a little bit of flour, and you make like a pancake out of it.
Ooh.
Like a big pancake, and then you like fry it.
I'm in.
Yeah, for sure.
And then like we took our mashed potatoes, our green bean casserole, our cream corn, and like sweet potatoes and stuff, and like mixed it together with an egg. I use Bisquick because I want it like a little fluffier. And then just mix that up, pan fried it, and then like so it's like crispy good, and then I poured gravy on top of it and cranberry sauce.
Oh man.
Because It's
I
like
can't tell, Jimmy. Are you like excited by that? Or you
I'm like
constipated, bro?
my
Like what's
hands
up with your
okay.
face?
Hands okay. I'm like really excited about that. That sounds amazing.
Yeah,
Oh, I was like,
that sounds
fuck.
wonderful.
so it's like crispy on the outside, but like soft on the inside. So like
Wow.
yeah. So
Dude, that sounds
that's
incredible.
super simple to make.
Is it almost like a quiche type of thing, or is it thinner than that?
Like a pancake.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's like a legit pancake.
Yeah, but like a little thicker. Like it's a thicker pancake.
Okay.
It's not like a batter. It's more of like a mixed. I don't know. It almost feels like a souffle almost
So do
texture.
you and the wife ever have like a cook off?
Yeah,
No.
like Master Chef.
Does she talk shit?
With
Is
that
she
with that
better
look
or
on
you
your
better?
face, that means you'll smoke her. Is that what
Yeah,
you're saying?
who's better?
Well, because
A
she's
little
gonna
like confident smirk, you know.
because she's watching, she's better.
No, I'm married
Smart
as shit, man.
man.
I get it.
Smart man.
Good job.
That's why he's
No.
married and I'm not. I would talk shit.
Yeah. Really good. She's good at cooking. It's just for different things. That's all.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Man, that's really cool.
So do you guys go like super elaborate then? Like with like is cooking at home the same thing as like you would cook at work? Like do you care, or do you go super simple when you're at home?
It depends. I'm particular about certain things. Like
Yeah.
particular.
Like what? Like it's okay to get a little snobby about your food. I get it.
Come on, man. Let's get down to the nitty gritty.
Yeah, we like ideas here.
Like okay, like burgers, for instance.
Uh-huh.
I like a griddled burger over a grilled burger.
Okay. What the hell
That
does
makes
mean?
sense.
Yeah, of course.
So have you ever had like a smash burger before?
I don't,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a thing in Pittsburgh? I don't know.
I don't know.
No,
if
we
that
have
is.
it here in Texas though.
Yeah, so like they take like a ball of burger meat, like a grilled ground beef, and it's already like seasoned, and then you put it on the griddle as a ball, and then you smash it,
Okay.
so it comes out. And what happens is like all those little crevices become like pockets of like crunchy beef, and then like griddly beef, instead of like
It opens the surface area to be cooked.
yeah. So like think about like if you cook on a grill, all that juice goes down the bottom, down.
Right.
All this fat and deliciousness is staying on top in the burger. So it's like kind of marinating in there as it cooks. So, and then if you're really good, you take that griddled beef, and while that beef fat's still on, then you put your bun on top of that, and you toast your bun on that beef fat.
Yeah, you got to toast the bun.
Yeah,
That's, like,
definitely.
key.
That just goes without saying.
In the beef fat, that's where you get it.
That's the good stuff.
That's the good stuff. That's
Okay.
the good stuff.
We'll use that.
How do you feel about a broiled burger?
That's fine. I mean, it's fine. I mean,
It's
look,
dry.
look, taking to do things correctly is the most important thing. Like taking the time to do it is more important than like having food. Like you can have a $500 steak, Chuck, but if the steak is cooked shitty, then it's shitty food. I don't care if your steak is $500 or not.
Right. It's all about the preparation and the execution.
Yeah.
I worked as a guy in a restaurant a couple times.
Guy.
I wouldn't call myself a chef.
Yeah, what
because
kind
I
of
wasn't.
guy? Are you talking about throwing pepperonis on or what?
No, no, not only.
Yeah, I
in
made
that,
pizzas. Does that
no,
count?
I worked in a legit restaurant. I remember being shorthanded, and they're like, "Dude, you're working the grill," and I'm like, "All right, cool." I was like 18,
Everything's
19.
everything's well done tonight.
Yeah, I had no idea
Shoe
what I was
leather
doing.
for everybody.
No idea.
You're getting either pink or black. No, nothing in the middle.
Yeah, sorry to anybody that went to that restaurant. They ended up going under. It was like a whole thing.
Where
Owner's
was
divorce.
that?
It was in the Waterworks. It's right on the corner of. I think it's like close to where the UPS used to be. Forget what it was called. But
I
it was
love that about Pittsburgh is everyone's always like telling where things used to fucking be as where directions or stuff.
like.
You remember down where the Ames used to be? Okay, go left next to the Kaufmans. No, down not that one, other than down the block.
So it is.
I did
Nice.
a couple of years ago, and there was a really good Spanish restaurant we went to.
Oh, Campesino?
Where was it at?
Majorca.
Majorca.
No, it
Mad-
was near
Mad Max?
near the Strip District.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Morelos or something. But right now, I don't know, but it was freaking delicious. Like
I'm not sure.
deliciousness of like food.
Yeah, we got some good. I mean, we got some like
Pittsburgh's
really good.
definitely doing a lot better than Fort Worth. That's for sure.
Oh, dude, our
As
shit's
far as
blowing
like
up.
cool little restaurants,
we
Texas, like you said, Chris, it's very much like kind of chain.
Mm-hmm.
It's getting better in Fort Worth and parts of Dallas for sure. Like they're getting kind of more trendy and stuff, but for the most part, you just get Whataburger and like that kind of shit.
But like, it's just people that care. Like people that care and like take the time. If the menu's more than one page, I'm skeptical.
Yeah, yeah,
Because you can't do that many things good.
you just can't.
Yeah, it's doing like two things like really freaking good. Like a pizza place that has pizza and like calzones, and that's it. Like, because you know their wings are gonna be shit. You know they're just do one thing good and do it right. Like,
Yeah, I agree. I agree. That's why we got a place called Condados. It's a taco place, and that's pretty much all they do is tacos.
Never heard of it.
But they do. You've never heard of Condados? Oh, Chuck, we're gonna have to do a review at some point.
Okay.
Either way, amazing tacos. That's basically the only thing that they do, and we got a lot of restaurants that are kind of like that. So, it's
okay,
pretty cool.
Jimmy, how much does it cost? How much does the taco cost?
Yeah,
Oh, they're so ridiculous.
Like what? Like $4?
Probably.
I can take you to places in the middle of nowhere, like in the hood. That'll be like a trailer, like a work trailer, and like Mamacita's hanging out of the window, and will cost you like 23 cents for a taco, and they'll knock your dick in the fucking dirt, dude.
Get out.
But your stomach will get sick as shit. But
There's places.
worth it.
I mean, they're making their own tortillas. They're doing everything.
Pressing them in there.
Oh, the corn tortillas are the best.
Got abuelita in the back, fucking pushing down the tortillas. It's the greatest thing ever. When I moved down here, I was so skeptical of that shit. I was like, no, because I'm gonna fucking die. And everyone's like, no, that's where you get the best food. I promise you.
Oh yeah.
And I didn't die yet.
Well, that's good. We're glad you didn't die yet. When's
So
the last
far.
time you had a good pizza, though, Rob?
I fucking couldn't tell you.
They
The South
they
sucks
find
for
out how to
pizza.
make it there yet?
Not. There's one place over in Dallas that has decent crust.
And that's it.
Yeah, the sauce isn't great.
Well, that's a start, I guess.
And
There's a place called Antico, and they're probably the best in Atlanta, but it's
really sparse. There's no Italian food down here, like at all. Pretty much anything is fake. They're like Armenians.
Well,
Oh.
wait, have I ever told you guys when Jenny and I were in Nebraska? This was probably when we were going to get married, but we were in Nebraska, and we stopped at a rest stop in like the middle of Nebraska, we'll say, okay, near Omaha somewhere. And we're looking at the menu, and they got, whatever, burgers, fries. And then you get to the ethnic section, okay? Ethnic foods. And the first thing listed is lasagna as an ethnic food. Like, holy
you did
shit,
tell me about that.
we're in the middle of nowhere.
You got a little bit
They
of
don't
olive
like
to your
they
skin,
don't
you're
like
not
us
welcome.
Dagos out here.
Oh
That's
my god, lasagna.
But
is
like
epic.
I've never forgotten that. I thought it was so hilarious.
that's funny.
It's fucked up.
It's-
But no,
We're ethnic as shit, dude.
Yeah.
yeah, there's not a lot of good pizza. I don't know why they can't just do it right. Like it's crazy.
yeah, but I bet your barbecue down there is dope. No, not sold.
They don't. They're doing it wrong. Like they don't. Like they're not. Like, they're not using wood.
It's all about the wood.
For
But like everyone in Georgia,
what are they
again,
using?
like gas. Honestly, they're using gas. But I mean, again, barbecue's so regionalized. If you go to North Carolina, it's different than South Carolina, different than Virginia, different than Georgia, different than Memphis, different than.
Texas for sure.
I mean, and just doing it right and like taking the care that.
Well, yeah, I could see that because I could see like some people are probably more focused on like the smoky flavors, and some people might be more into just like the sauces, like you know what I
Yeah, it's the
mean?
rub or where it's from. It dictates what type of material they put on it. Like here, they do a dry rub and that's
Yeah, I
it.
know. It's so crazy.
If
It's
that,
fucking yeah, salt and pepper mostly,
salt and pepper,
and wrap it.
If they're wrapping it, like
Yeah, we do. Like I just did a brisket for
Fuck,
for
they might not even
Thanksgiving.
cook it for you.
Fucking savages.
well, no, they're letting it smoke the whole time without a wrap, which is gonna intensify that smoke flavor comparatively. Because wrapping is kind of almost cheating because you lose the bark.
It depends on what you wrap it in. Supposedly.
Yeah, like paper or
Paper.
foil.
Yeah, if you use foil, it does. I just used foil. It did.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be like a soggy crust on the outside.
Yeah, the exterior of it was like beautiful, but the very center of it was like kind of soggy, which sucked.
Yeah.
But oh well,
Yeah.
what can you do? I'm the only meat eater in my house, so it doesn't matter.
I actually teach barbecue classes for like adults here, so we do a
Get
lot
the
of different.
fuck out.
Oh Christ, I need them. I just
Yeah,
That's so awesome.
I would totally sign up for that class.
I know.
We just
I have
bought a $1,000 trailer smoker.
oh nice.
Um,
See, I don't mess with one of those. I have like a Traeger type thing.
I use green eggs if we're gonna use it.
Yeah, it's just easier. I'm too ADHD, man. I'll leave it there and come out and my $50 brisket's gonna be worth $0, so I don't want to do that.
I
Or
love
like completely uncooked, you know.
I love the time to really do it. Like the
Yeah,
time,
I get it.
it's the 13th. It's waking up at 4 a.m., getting up, having it rubbed already, ready to go. Letting it go at 7 o'clock. You're pulling off this amazing like jello-y brisket with crust on the outside, and you're slicing it. Or pulled pork, it takes like 12 hours.
I'm hungry.
I know. I love barbecue.
Yeah,
It's like one of my
how
favorites.
was y'all's turkey? I had brisket. Y'all should abandon the hell out of the turkey and smoke a brisket for Thanksgiving. You'll thank me.
Yeah, I mean that's cool, but like turkey's good too. Like
Turkey sucks.
what the fuck?
I can only get turkey like I only make it once a year.
Yeah, I don't have
Yeah,
a roast
and the
turkey
reason
any
is
other
it
time.
Sucks.
No, it's just a pain in the ass.
Oh, that sucks.
I sous vide my turkey this year.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Say what?
Yeah.
So
Sous vide.
turkey, and the light meat cooks different than the dark meat. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, that's right.
So you separate it. You don't cook a whole bird ever. In a restaurant, never. You're never cooking that in the whole bird. So you separate the white meat from the dark meat. The white meat is we made a brine of like rosemary, oregano, salt, pepper, lemon zest, and brown sugar.
That's what you sent us a picture of.
That looks
Yeah.
really good, yeah.
I sent you a picture of the brine, which has like the lemon peels in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So so you don't put the whole bird in there or the piece, you inject it into the meat, not in the skin, because you don't want to get soggy. So then I sear it in a pan, and then I put it in a vacuum sealed bag, and I sous vide it with butter in like almost like a water bath. So think of like a jet tub. Like
Okay.
You're cooking it via hot tub at this point.
Yeah, it's like a hot tub, but like it holds it to 1/10 of a degree. So like super precise. And the whole tub stays at that temperature for however long it's on. So I'm able to hold that product at that temperature for infinite amount of time. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
So
so
It can never overcook.
I've watched videos of people cooking like Wagyu in there for like 6 weeks and still coming in and it's like a perfect temperature. It looks funky, but
Yeah, so you can. So then, after it came out of the sous vide, I cooked it for like the breast for like 8 hours and the legs for 12 hours. I pull it out of the bag and I sear it again, so it's like super crispy skin. But like the meat was like tender as you can have it.
That's wild.
sounds delightful.
It sure
Yeah, that
does.
sounds pretty crazy.
Need your own YouTube channel, dude. I'd sign up immediately.
And it's little effort. It's very little effort. Like and you can get one for like $100 online.
So, how long did you do the sous vide process for itself?
Okay, when you say process, does that mean like me working or like it working?
It working.
8 to 12 hours,
8 to
depending
12
on
total.
But like me, it took me about 30 minutes
That's wild.
of time. So 30 minutes of time, go watch football.
That's it. So what do you do? What kind of sides do you do? I bet there's some good shit too.
So like we made Palms puree, which is like a mashed potato, but it's like instead of any milk, it's just straight butter.
I'm down.
Sounds good.
So you make like a beurre fondue, which is like this sauce of like melted butter, but you whisk it consistently, so it's like super creamy.
Okay.
And you boil the potatoes and you whisk in the butter as it's like mixing in the mixer, and then you put a ricer with it. And it's super creamy potatoes.
Oh, that sounds really good.
We did Brussels sprouts, roasted sweet potato. I don't like sweet potato souffle, like like Southern people with the marshmallow. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
My wife loves it. I hate it.
Yeah,
I hate
it,
we do the
But
marshmallows.
it's not.
Really?
I just
Yeah.
like sweet potatoes. I don't need them to be all.
I just
fucked
got
up
into
with.
that last year.
No, I'm all about the marshmallow on top.
It's good.
It's
It
fine.
tastes good, but it's
So,
just
It's
like,
some
get
not
this-
I
hillbilly
don't,
shit, but it's all right.
I don't need the marshmallows.
I
So
feel like I'm
yeah,
like-
we did the sweet potatoes with the marshmallows, like just crispy on top, and then she also made a sweet potato marshmallow meringue pie, which was essentially the same thing but in pie form. So you had one for dinner and one for dessert, and like, all right,
I'd rather have the dessert
I'm
one.
down.
I think.
But it's like literally the same thing, just maybe a couple more spices in the pie.
we did this. I tried something new this year. I did a corn pie,
Huh.
which was interesting.
That sounds
So
pretty awesome.
instead of like pumpkin pie, I was thinking, why can't I do something different? So I did a corn pie. So I took corn, got it off the cob, and I put it in a really hard blender, and I blended it for like 20 minutes, so it was like a smooth like puree, kind of like you would get for a pumpkin pie. And I put all the spices minus like the pumpkin spice, so minus like the allspice, nutmeg, cinnamon, and I added ginger and vanilla, and that was a corn pie, which was actually really good. I enjoyed it. Some people were freaked out by it. But
I would.
I'd
Yeah,
crush
I'd be
that.
down for
Yeah, I
that.
would definitely try.
I would
that.
just think it would be like corn cake or like corn
no, think
bread.
of like cream corn. Think of like cream corn, but with like a custard.
Dude, I love cream corn.
Yeah. So like more than like cream corn with a custard, like you ever had I don't know if you had a custard pie before. Like down here, like buttermilk pie is king. You ever had that before?
Mm-mm.
Buttermilk pie is one of my favorite things in the entire world. It's buttermilk, sugar, vanilla, and lemon zest. Mix it together, add it in a pie crust, and you bake it. It's like
Forget
it's
about
like-
it.
so. Think of like you ever heard of pecan pie before?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Of
you
course.
guys really?
So imagine a pecan pie minus the pecans and add buttermilk instead of sugar.
Okay.
Okay.
It's delicious. It's delicious.
Me
I'm
personally,
not a pecan pie or pecan pie fan.
yeah,
at
me
all.
personally, I go apple or lemon meringue. That's it.
Okay.
Jimmy's like apple, lemon meringue pie. Or
All right. Okay. Yeah, I'm all about pecan pie. Jenny always makes a pecan pie. I'm the only one who eats it, but she makes it for me anyways because she does love me. So pecan pie, pecan pie, pumpkin pie, sweet potato pie. I like all that kind of shit. Like the fruit pies. Like I don't need apple pie.
Really?
I don't want an apple pie. I don't want
Oh,
a
I
cherry
love
pie.
it.
Like give me the mushy stuff. I don't know.
Jimmy
So
just
you're
got
into
rejected by you, Chuck. You should have seen his face. You can
I
go
know.
back.
I know.
Wow.
It's like I don't even know him.
Blackberry pie, nothing. You can't beat that.
blackberry pie.
Yeah.
Can you do a raspberry pie? Is that a thing?
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can do like a mixed berry.
I bet that's
Yeah.
really freaking good.
So, you would like these things called in Seattle. They have these things called boysenberries.
Okay. Good
It's
stuff.
a mix of a raspberry and a blackberry that's like hibernated together. They're super rare and they only work for like a week in the year, but they are the best berry I've ever had in my entire life.
I'm a big berry guy. I love them.
And they grow on the side of the road out there. Like it's crazy.
That's pretty wild.
Huh.
Bunch of dirty hippies out there collecting them.
Have
Oh
you
yeah.
have you ever heard of a dish called rosti?
Rosti?
Yeah.
Can't say I have. I mean, I've heard of potato rosti. Have you ever heard of that before?
Yes, that's what I'm referring to.
Oh, potato rosti. Oh, those are delicious.
That's
I thought you said fish.
that is one of my favorite freaking dishes ever. Side dish,
Oh,
but
yeah.
still.
That with like a fried egg is like a go-to.
That with a croque madame is a go-to.
Okay. You're gonna go somewhere. That's good. I like that.
Not that I can make that, but I can order the shit out of it.
He's just trying to impress you.
I am. I've looked and seen how a croque madame is actually made. I was like, wow, that is.
I don't
more
know what that
difficult.
is. What's a?
So think of like a ham and cheese.
Yeah.
Okay, ham and cheese, and you make like a grilled cheese with ham, right?
Yeah.
You can handle that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So far I'm good. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
You
still
don't
in
have
the game.
Alfredo sauce before, right?
The what?
So,
Alfredo sauce.
yeah.
Uh huh.
Okay, that goes on top, and then a
Oh.
fried egg goes on top, and you're good.
Is that what it is? Alfredo sauce?
Pretty much, yeah. It's called a Mornay, which is a fancier word for an Alfredo sauce.
Oh.
If you want a cheat, Chuck, you buy like Swiss cheese and ham and like white bread. You're making a grilled cheese. You pour hot Alfredo sauce on it, and you have like a fried egg on top of that. And you eat that.
Yeah, I could definitely do that.
It's
you Want me to
amazing.
make? You want me to make you one?
We got a restaurant called Paris 66 in East Liberty.
Fuck those restaurants. Make this shit.
I mean, I'm down.
Fuck
I'll
those
definitely make
restaurants.
it.
I mean, you can like upgrade the bread, upgrade the ham, upgrade the cheese. Like you can, like in France, they're gonna put like Gruyere cheese on it instead
Oh,
of
of course.
Swiss.
Mm.
They're gonna do like a brioche bread instead of a white bread, but I mean, it's grilled in butter. I mean,
I made grilled cheese for dinner tonight, man.
We're halfway there.
We're halfway there.
imagine
The
putting ham
muscles
on,
are already stretched.
but you can't do like a chipped ham. It doesn't
No.
work like that.
Don't you
You
talk?
could
Don't
do
talk
like-
like that.
Hold on. Okay. So you know what's funny is my mom craves the one thing she craves from Pittsburgh is Isley's chipped ham.
That's awesome.
It's crazy. I'm like, Mom, you know that it's like any ham that is sliced real thin, right? And I'm like, and you cook it with like ketchup, barbecue sauce, and Coke.
Oh
That's-
God, yeah.
Oh
the
yeah,
ham
ham
barbecues.
barbecue in the crock pot.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just like, I mean, we were in Pittsburgh. It was funny. Like when I was in the restaurant, we would make these little sandwiches called Big Littles in the restaurant. And it was like for lunch, you can get like 2 sandwiches and like a soup or a salad or whatever, like $6. Just like, 2 little mini sandwiches, whatever. The biggest one, and we would do a special of the barbecue, like chipped ham. We'd buy Isley's chipped ham and we'd make it like that. We sold out of those so fast.
People love it.
It doesn't take much to impress us here.
No,
you know?
it doesn't. In fact,
Hey, no, wait,
They
I
got
think
ham
it's
barbecue up
Isley's.
there at Dingbats.
I think it's Isley's.
I mean, it was crazy. I mean, I'm like, I'm gonna try this one day, and I'm like, my cousins make this all the time, and they're like, oh, okay. Freaking crazy. And then City Chicken's the other one.
Oh, I love City Chicken.
No
So good.
one understands City Chicken until they've had it, and you're like,
Well, it's funny you say that because I have never heard of City Chicken until recently, and I have yet to try it, but I have never heard of it. And they say it's like a thing from around here, and I'm like, all right,
oh yeah.
like what are you talking about, Rob?
I
Are
don't
you
think I know what
familiar?
it is. No, I don't think so.
So cheaters will use pork. You get veal. Veal is the real stuff. And think of like veal cut up with like buttermilk on it,
Okay.
and they add flour, egg wash, and like breadcrumbs. But you have to use Italian breadcrumbs for it. And you like pan fry it.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty good.
It's good. It's really good. But like people cheat and use pork, like pork loin.
Fuckers.
Have
Yeah.
you ever gone to Max's when you were up here? Allegheny Tavern?
No, I don't think so. I mean, it was more like, when I did get out, it was like going to Primanti Brothers and like getting like something like that. Like,
Yeah, right.
yeah, I mean, it wasn't, or like going to like a family member's house and doing like dinner there.
That's pretty much how it is every time I go back.
Yeah, like I couldn't tell you 5 restaurants in Pittsburgh. I couldn't, because everyone's like family and you go to their houses and you eat there.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it.
Um,
What's your favorite kind of restaurant down there, or your favorite restaurant overall?
my favorite meal ever, let's say my favorite meal.
Sure.
It was more of like an expedition, I guess. Me and my wife, for my 30th birthday, we went to New York City, and I've never been. I've been traveling because we lived in Charleston, Charlotte, and Denver, and then moved back to Pittsburgh, then moved to Atlanta. And we've been to Seattle many times with our family and stuff.
Sure.
So I've never been to New York, and I was like, as a chef, you're like, New York's the mecca of food and stuff. So we did 6 days in like 48 restaurants in 6 days.
Wow.
That's
It
insane.
was crazy. It was crazy just to like we went to this restaurant called 11 Madison Park. You ever heard of it? It's in 11 Madison Park.
Avenue?
Madison Avenue. Right off. It's when we went, it was the #1 restaurant in the world. So we went there. It was 17 courses of
Holy
like
crap.
deliciousness, and like they go into like the minute details. So they like research their guests. They knew I was a chef. They knew I was a culinary instructor. They knew everything about me. So like they do like special things for you in the restaurant as you go in. So like they knew I went to Charleston, South Carolina, and was a chef there and did that stuff. So they did like this dish called lobster Newburgh on the menu, and just random things like that. So like each dish has a different wine that comes with it, or cocktail, and just that was it, man. I mean, the bill was freaking out of this world, but
Sure.
I mean, it was $1,000. I think $1,500 for me and my wife to eat that night. That meal.
Wow.
Damn.
It all
It was
sounded
like-
good until then.
But seeing, I mean, the precision that they, I mean,
Yeah, you're paying for that experience too, like the precision.
you don't go there every day. I mean,
Obviously.
but I mean, pizza.
Unless you work there.
I mean, that kitchen is out of this world when you go there.
Would you ever want to work in one of those places?
I mean, I worked in a lot of hotels, a lot of nice restaurants when I was younger. It's always that thing to do that, I mean, you're a lawyer. I mean, imagine like being like on Wall Street and like doing something like that, or being a lawyer in a fancy.
Right.
You had that to do that at some point, but like at some point, like that changes.
Yeah, no, I get it. I'm not going to be arguing in front of the Supreme Court anytime soon.
No. I mean, but like when you first started, like, did you not like think I'm gonna do that, or think about, like, even for a minute.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you think, oh, yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, I get it.
But in teaching, I get to do that a lot more. So like we ran ran a restaurant for 6 years here, and we were able to do, like, I was like, okay, if I'm gonna do this, I'm just gonna give the kids the best experience we can, and not cook like cheeseburgers and stuff. I'm just gonna find the best restaurants, and we just cooked all their food.
That's pretty cool.
So I was like, all right, cool. So let me email this guy and see how they do this. Let's email this guy. Let's call this. Let's buy their cookbook. Let's do this. I mean, we did crazy stuff, man. I mean, there's this restaurant in Copenhagen called Noma. We did their cookbook. I had to go and find birch wood.
Oh, I've watched videos about that chef.
Yeah, he's crazy. But like,
yeah, he goes and forages for shit every day for all the meals, and like the fiddleheads and shit. And
we had to go and, like, my kids had to go and, like, we were like, okay, we're gonna go find this stuff, and we had to find like all this crazy. We had to buy birch wood and do this birch wood panna cotta, and we did an 8-course tasting menu from their restaurant. It was like, but like that's that cool. Experience with the kid is like something you'll never see again. So
yeah, give them that drive to do something more. That's for sure.
Because if a kid can go here, kid can always go down lower. But if they can't get here, they never see it. They're never gonna get there.
Yeah, for sure. That's pretty wild.
It's pretty crazy. So, but yeah, I mean, food's a thing I like to do, but I mean, it's more about the relationship with the kids and relationship with people than anything else. I mean, like, think about us, like our relationship together. I mean, when was the last time we saw each other, like, in person?
Like 98, 97?
1998 for me.
I saw you that one time in, what was that, like 04 or something?
Yeah, but like we're able to like connect in that from that relationship we had from 98. Like, it's crazy.
Right.
And that's like the one positive thing from like all this social media bullcrap. It's like, oh, Chris Mitas, let's ask him to be on our show.
Yeah.
You know?
Boom, there you are.
Boom, done. Thank you, Zuckerberg.
I was thinking about it earlier. Like, what if Chris got on here and was like all total crazy, like white supremacist, like Chris, well, how you been? Well, man, thanks to the white Jesus, I've been doing pretty great.
That could have been a possibility. I guess now we know that didn't happen.
No.
Doing good here. Got my kids, my wife. She's as white as the driven snow.
He could have probably thought of the same thing. I mean, look at Chuck's beard.
That's true. All Charlie needs is like a freaking swastika or something in the middle of his hand.
In a gun rack.
A gun rack.
I mean, dude. Rob, you know this. It's crazy. Some the stuff I see here. It's.
I've been down there before though. I love Georgia. I went to Savannah and it was badass. But not that that's anywhere around you. I know you're like kind of in the middle of the state, kind of north.
Yeah, so I'm about an hour and a half from like North Carolina. I'm 2 hours from South Carolina. See how that works.
What?
Yeah, that didn't work in my brain.
North Carolina is actually closer to us than South Carolina if you drive.
All right, I'm going to take your word for that.
We got a map over
here.
We're going to consult
Google
that.
Map that bitch.
Yeah, look at the map. It's crazy. There's actually ski slopes in North Carolina. It's really close to us, actually.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. And then it's about 4 hours to Nashville, about an hour from Atlanta, 6 hours to Orlando.
Wow,
that's like a real good central hub then.
Yeah, that sounds like central southern locale.
Yeah. I mean, it's 2 hours to Alabama,
That's not bad at all. Jeez.
No, I mean, like, University of Auburn's an hour and a half away. Like, it's not bad. Like, you can get a lot of places.
That's pretty cool.
I can get to Texas in 2 hours, and Texas in 2 hours, and Texas in 2 hours.
In 4
This bitch
hours,
is so
in 6
fucking
hours.
big, dude. It's
It's
insane.
so crazy, Rob. Like people don't realize how big Texas is until they realize.
Dude, the best thing is like when everyone gets here, they're like, "The skies are so big." I'm like, they didn't write that in songs for no goddamn reason. Like,
Yeah.
it's so flat, it looks that big. But the crazy thing is, I'll get family back home during like a hurricane or something if it comes up the coast.
Yeah.
And if it goes into the Gulf at all, my like mom or someone will call me like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Do you realize that's 6.5 hours away from me?" That would be the same as if like a tornado was going off in Toronto. Like, you'll be fine. I promise you.
Well, like my wife's from Seattle, so they don't. I didn't realize how big those states were. Like I was like,
Yeah, they're massive.
the first time we go out there and we fly in, I'm like, oh, cool. Like I'm in college. Like I think it's like my sophomore year. This is 2005 or something. I'm like, hey, let's go to Portland for the afternoon. She's like, yeah, no. I'm like, what do you mean? She goes, that's 5 hours away, Chris. I'm like, really? Portland? How close is that? And she's like, oh, we can go like to Vancouver in 2 hours. I'm like,
That's even better.
that's cool too. Let's do that.
That's every time people come here, they go like, "We should go to Austin for the day," and it's like, that's like 5 hours there, and then it's like, oh, well, what about San Antonio? It's like, well, that's even further.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's way further than I thought. I'm like, yeah, the only thing that's close here is Dallas, and it's an hour away.
Wow.
And I'm in Fort Worth. More or less, I'm still an hour away from Fort Worth, but this is more or less considered Fort Worth.
So what are you doing there?
My wife, I got offered a job here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we moved down here, and I was working as a plumber for a while, and I started getting seizures, but back at school now, so working through it. I'm in school for nursing.
Wow,
so
talk
that'll
about
be
long
cute.
story short.
Yeah, what did I say wrong?
Nothing at all.
Well,
That was
now
perfect.
I'm in school, so I understand.
What's that now?
I'm getting my master's right now, so that and then my doctorate. So hopefully.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am not a fan. I can't stand. I'm in like just starting school, so I'm like in all these like online classes with young people, and listening to them talk makes my ass itch. Like it is just the fucking worst.
No.
They just say the dumbest shit, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm paying for this. Just shut up and sit there.
Sometimes it's just grit, get it through it, man. That's all it is.
I'm so glad I'm done with all of that.
Yeah. No more.
No, thank you. I would go back if I could afford it, but I have too many student loans right now. So maybe if I get this paid off.
Student loans.
You're gonna pay them off when you die. Who cares?
Yeah, that's all good.
Honestly, it's
Or
like
not.
not even a joke. That's like for real, but it's all good. I'm good. I'm okay
That's
with
what I'm
it.
saying. Like, for me, I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna get what I need and do what I need to do. I mean,
It's not going away, but it's going to be there. It is what it is.
it's never. I mean, it's inevitable.
Yeah.
Death and taxes, man. Death and taxes.
Oh, I know.
Amen.
I feel you.
Might as well enjoy life, right?
I like that cup, that Let's Go Pens cup.
Oh yeah, I noticed that. I noticed that right away.
And last time I was up there was, I think I texted you, Chuck, and said, is it possible to get together? And we have my cousin is in sales for the Penguins, so he always gets us hook up on tickets at some point. So
And did I not respond to you, or
it was like I was like last minute, like last second, like I was, hey, I'm here. You want to do this? And it was like never. I mean, you said like, yeah, let's talk, and then it was like my family got like crazy, like we're doing this, we're doing this, we're doing this.
oh
and, like,
yeah.
I mean, when you're up there every other year or every year, it gets to be crazy. Rob, you know what that means. I mean,
yeah, I get up here probably twice a year, and it's every time it's just like I've got to go, and my wife's family's from up there too, so then we get like pulled in a bunch of different directions if we go at the same time.
I know. Yeah.
What are you talking about twice a year?
Once or twice.
Fuck
Well,
out of here.
The next time that I come up there, I'll make sure we get together at some point.
Yeah, you're gonna cook us something.
Yeah, we're gonna put you to work, motherfucker.
How often do you come up? Do you come up about once a year?
Before COVID, we'd come up for I would try to plan a week that had a Steelers and a Penguin game.
Nice.
That's every year it's like, okay, here's this schedule,
Line them up.
In a week and like see people and see as many, like my son's a huge Penguin fan. Like it's every game's on, watching that. He's getting into football a little bit, but it's definitely hockey. I mean, he's watching it all the time and outside playing or doing stuff like that. So
That's awesome.
That's cool.
anytime I can get him to see a practice or a game or do anything like that, it's just cool for him to see it.
How about them Steelers? 10-0.
How about him?
Did you see Connor's out? COVID
Yeah,
now?
he got the Rona. I saw that.
No, you call it the vid, man. You call it the vid.
The vid.
The vid.
I saw that.
Sounds like
Kevin
it's
Hart.
sexually transmitted that way.
Kevin Hart has a new thing on Netflix, and he keeps calling it the vid.
It sounds like it, man. Sounds worse.
It does.
Oh.
It's what he's saying. It sounds like AIDS.
Yeah. Gotta call it the vid, man. Call it the vid.
It's so bad. It's gonna keep happening.
Yeah,
Oh.
for sure.
It's crazy. I mean, you saw the Broncos today, too. You know who had them?
No, there's a lot of Broncos out too.
All the quarterbacks.
Oh my god.
What the fuck?
And they're not going to forfeit. Like, they're putting Royce Freeman, their, like, backup running back as a quarterback this Sunday. Like,
Oh my god, that's
What the
amazing.
fuck?
I have to find on Reddit this game and watch it. Like, I have to find this just to watch it.
I'm starting one of their wide receivers in my fantasy football league. So
Yeah, you might want to rethink that.
Well, Jimmy, it sounds like you're going to be starting quarterback for them this week. So
I know.
Well, like, I wonder if you pick up Royce Freeman as a running back, if you could use him as a running back and get all those points as a quarterback.
That's what I'm wondering too. And
I think you would have to start him as quarterback.
I think you
though.
just planted a seed in my head, and I don't think you do. I
Well,
think you have to play
but
him.
then
as a
again,
running back.
like, I don't
It's
know.
just weird times.
Well, remember,
You know what?
Chuck,
That's a good question.
because Taysom Hill, remember Taysom Hill?
Yeah, he plays for New Orleans.
Before last week, you were able to play him as a tight end. He was a quarterback / tight end. You were
Yeah.
playing him. But now he started as a quarterback. He's only a quarterback now.
Yeah, that's true. So they might screw us.
Last week when he played for Drew Brees, you were playing him as a tight end. He was getting quarterback points. But now he's designated as a quarterback.
Yeah,
So
so
you
you
can
have to.
Freeman, and I'm, as a running back, but play him as a quarterback. You play him as a flex at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I might see if that works out.
It should.
super interesting.
Yeah.
Rob doesn't give a shit.
I love football. I just can't stand fucking fantasy football. It seems so boring.
No, it makes it that much more exciting.
Oh, I bet it does. I would just have to pay attention more, which God forbid.
Robert, it makes the game that like on Thursday night that you don't give a shit about usually. Like
Yeah.
you might be bad playing.
Yeah, it might
I
make
see that.
it
That
might
makes
make
sense.
your like week crucial. And
Yeah,
it might
like-
not even be a good game. It might be like the Giants versus the Jets or some shit.
Yeah.
And you have like Slayton, which is like your number 3 wide receiver, and you need him to get 6 points. And then
Yeah.
of course he's gonna fuck you, and he's gonna get like 5.3.
Well, same thing with with Monday Night Football. The best is like if you got one person left to play, and the guy you're playing, he's played all his players, and you're like, we'll say 10 points behind, and you got this one guy, you're like, come on, motherfucker, give me these 10 points. We call that the Monday Night Sneakaroo.
Sneakaroo, huh? The
Probably
sneakaroo.
to like midnight, 1 o'clock, watching this guy, hoping he gets the catch in the fourth quarter.
And he's a fucking bum.
Yeah.
And he's a complete
You're like-
bum.
Yeah, you're just watching this third tier wide receiver. Like, come on, get get a 10-yard catch, man.
I could have been sleeping.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
What so one thing we talk about a lot on here is music. What type of music have you gotten into in your old age? Are you
It's
like a
really
pop radio, country radio kind of guy? Are you hardcore punk rockers like Jimmy and Rob here?
it truly
weird.
like depends where I'm at and like what I'm doing. Like if I'm going to like a hockey game or something, like I'll play like the Foo Fighters or something like
Something to get
just
you
to like
pumped up, yeah.
get going. If I'm in like the house, like just chilling, I'll throw like a classic rock, like just something that's like easy and chill, like Beatles or relax. Like there's it's funny is I have a new chef working with us. His name's Micah, and he was like, "Hey, have you ever heard of the Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack?" I'm like, "No."
That's fucking awesome.
Oh yeah, it is badass, huh?
Oh yeah, that's awesome. Like it's a great playlist. I'm like,
Yeah, hell yeah.
that's a great playlist. I'm like, so that's like kind of like where I'm at. Like Tom Petty's always like playing.
Oh,
Like, I
Tom
love,
Petty's great.
Great.
like I'm into that stuff. I want something I know. I don't want to like find new stuff. Like
It's impossible.
a lot of the new stuff. Like I'm like
We're just too
like
old.
like
Yeah, I think that's it.
I hear it all from my students because like they're listening to it and they're like it gets them going in the kitchen and doing that. So like I'm big in like playing music in class.
So they're like
Like-
dropping WAP in the middle of class.
Oh no, we're not like no, we're not dropping that. But I might get in trouble for that one.
Yeah.
But like finding like something that they like is something. Some of we have a high Spanish population here, so some of the music they play, I'm like, that sounds like polka from my grandparents.
Yeah, I love that shit.
When we were at weddings, like you're hearing like bum 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 bum, like, oh my gosh, like that to me is like crazy.
Yeah. That's
See,
funny.
I love how much I hear it down here. It's great.
It's just like, whew. But yeah, that's where I'm at in music.
So you're not out there line dancing.
No, we're not doing that. 311, I'll try to throw that in every once in a while when I'm not like, I'll like make a playlist every once in a while and like throw that in there, like slide in. The kids are like, "What is this?" I'm like, "It's good. Just shut up."
Yeah, there you go.
Like you gotta find stuff that like I don't know teaches them too, like because they don't know music, man. They don't like that like mumble rap stuff they listen to.
Oh yeah.
It's like every 3 beats is like a but but. I'm like, oh my gosh, just stop! Like you guys suck. But,
It does
Like-
look a little rough.
and even like it's funny. Like I was thinking about this as we were talking, like because I know you guys talk about music a lot. So I was like, okay, what did we listen to when we were growing up? I was like, okay, the one album I remember more than anything else, and this is funny, Bone Thugs and Harmony with Rob's House.
That's right.
We played that. Like I don't know how that CD still worked.
It
Rocked
probably
it.
didn't for very much longer.
Yeah,
But yeah,
we like
that was
that.
it still is. I still listen to on Spotify every now and again.
And then going to the roller skating rink in the Cheswick area. Remember that?
That was
Go,
about Chess Arena.
oh yeah, man, we do that all the time. That was fun.
R.I.P. Chess Arena.
That's right. It's
Building's
down now.
been demolished.
Hey, is that big elephant still there?
The purple one on the left.
Yeah, at the pool store. Yeah, it's a pool store.
Is it still there?
I
That's
think it's
so
still there.
weird.
I
That's
think
fun.
it is.
It's like
yeah, I think you're
Cheswick
right.
Pools and Patios or something.
Yeah.
That's fun.
That's so random. Wow. The Chess
I
Arena.
was thinking like,
Chess Arena was like awesome. What a great memory that
The
place
chess
is.
arena made a man out of me. Let's be honest.
Me too. Shit, me too.
I remember they would get like pissed at us if we brought our street skates in with the grind plates on.
Yeah.
They're like, you gotta scratch up the floor. And
we're like, get out of
No,
here,
we won't.
nerds.
We're like in 6th grade, like saying this to people too, which is the funniest part.
I
Like
know.
we're like,
This is back when people had pagers. Do you remember
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
that?
had a pager.
we weren't cool enough though. We
I
weren't.
wasn't. My sister had one.
Did
She
she
thought she
I
was a
had one
badass.
in 7th grade. I had one.
She always thought she was a badass to us, man. She would.
She did. She laying down the law. That's all.
That was her prerogative, man.
Yeah. I'm playing.
Remember how often we'd go to that 910 Ramps and Rails place? The
Oh
skate
yeah,
park?
you were there all the time. That was like your home court.
Because it was deck hockey and also
Yeah.
skate park.
Yeah, that place was so much
It was
fun.
badass.
And do you
Yeah.
remember? Do you remember when they eventually built a BMX track?
Yeah.
Dude,
Oh,
it's,
yeah, that's
it's
right.
funny you say that
Oh,
because I
man.
still have a fucking scar on my elbow from that goddamn half pipe.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah, did not end
The
up
impossible to ride half pipe.
It was like made out of metal or something. It was like sheet
The whole
metal.
thing was a little
was,
bit
like,
of mist
slick
would
as
get on
hell.
it, you'd lose it. Yeah.
Yeah. Any kind of water, you're just done.
Yeah, it hit any water and you were just wiping out, and that's what happened to me. Not that I was a good skater to begin with, but
None of us
No,
are skaters.
not really.
No, I was the best. I was super good.
I confirm.
Man, I remember we would go and just like I don't know how we got away with so much stuff we did as a kid.
Latchkey kids, baby.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Some things-
yeah. It's just it was a whole different world. Like my kids, like my daughter Chris is 13 now. Like she's the age we were like when you moved away. Like, and like I can't get these motherfuckers like out of the house sometimes. You know, I'm like, what are you doing? Like, why do I still even know what you look like?
And why do you want to be around me so much?
And think about like your parents and like Jimmy's parents. Like they would just yell at us and tell us to get out of the house. I mean,
Yeah.
your dad would cuss us and tell us to get out of the house. And
Still does.
Yeah, I was gonna say you still probably would.
I still remember, Jimmy. I mean, one of the moments I have is being at your house, listening to Stone Temple Pilots, and your mom like flipping out on us because we had no idea what the word said, and she was like, "Are you guys allowed to listen to it?" Oh man, I remember that.
What was it? What did they even say?
It was. I could see the album. The Stone Temple Pilots. I don't know. I couldn't tell you the name, but read the album and like look at the words on it, and you'd be like, "Wow, we were like 11 years old listening to this."
Listening to people talk about like shooting up heroin or something.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, same
Like, I
thing
think-
with like we always listen to you know West Coast Death Row Records gangster rap.
Yeah,
too.
about
Yeah,
like
goddamn
bitches
right.
and hoes and like
Like
murdering people.
I didn't know what half of that shit meant.
That was my favorite.
10, 11.
Listening to like ridiculous gangster rap. Like
Yeah.
from Oakmont. Get the fuck out of here, you nerds.
Yeah.
Bunch of Malibus wanted most.
I know.
Yeah.
Just lamer. Because we're not even in California.
Yeah.
Malibu.
Yeah, it sounds about like my dad. He would freak out on us a lot.
Yeah.
I always really enjoyed your dad, though. He's always really nice, though. Like on the flip side of it,
Yeah.
on the old flippy.
I mean, they would just
Riding that
Jimmy,
exercise bike in the morning.
What's that?
I mean, Chuck, you have how many kids now? You have.
A million.
Yeah, we like to like. I have 3. I procreated 3 kids, but Rob likes to say a million.
It's a million.
No, so the short story is I have 5 kids. I have 2 step kids, and we had 3 together.
Okay. But I mean, imagine all of us hanging at a house plus like 2 or 3 others on average being at your house every day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd
No.
flip shit.
I know. Like,
yeah, I get it. Trust me, I get it.
I know. That's why, like, by 7th grade, we were relegated to the porch. It was like,
Yeah.
don't even come in the house.
Get the fuck out of here on the porch.
I mean, we would be out there, Jimmy's house or Chuck's house or Rob's house all the time, and
Yeah.
like it was consistent. And they're like, get these. I mean, your parents have to be like, get these fucking out. Like, my son has one kid over, and I'm like, all right, get outside, out.
No.
I'm done. I need to get out. Like,
You're right, and there was at least 4 of us, if not more. There could possibly be more.
Oh yeah, anywhere from 2 to 25
Yeah.
any given day.
Especially at your house, Jimmy.
Yeah,
Especially
we
at
hung
your
out
house.
a lot. Like, it was us 4 all the time.
Yeah.
But then, like, who else? Like, I remember Drax all the time.
Yeah.
Drax, Seth.
Yeah, Seth. Justin. Remember Justin lived by you, Chuck?
Mm-hmm.
Blaha. Blue.
Yeah, Blue.
Yeah, Blue. He'd always be. I mean, I think of who else would always be there.
Silly was there a lot in 7th grade.
Yeah, I mean, I would hang out with Blue and Billy Orban.
Billy Orban.
Billy Orban, he was always there too.
I was just with him last night.
John and Steve
Yeah,
Lear.
we haven't changed a whole lot.
Yeah.
They were every once in a while. They wouldn't skate with us or anything like that. They were
No,
like,
every once in a while. Oh, what's his name? Like Justin Cecil. He skated
Justin
with us.
Cecil, yeah.
Yeah, I forgot.
Ben Jones, remember Jones?
Yeah.
Ben Jones, yeah.
He would skate with us every once in a while too.
Yeah, well, that's because we were like the quote unquote skaters. You know,
Yeah.
we had the rollerblades.
Yay, 90s.
Dude, that was badass.
It was badass.
I still have a pair of skates. I bought a pair a few years back because there's a skate park by my house. I never once went there. And then I still watch it like a lot on YouTube and shit. The shit that kids can do nowadays would
Oh,
kill
I
all
thought-
of us
Unreal.
for sure.
I thought you said you watch it like you pulled into the parking lot and would just stare at
Oh,
these
you know, I
kids.
just sit there,
It's like,
just some
someday
binoculars,
I'm gonna come in here, show these kids what's up.
small scratch in my gray ball hair.
No, I mean, I remember like the cops like chasing us for literally skating.
Oh yeah.
Now they're wishing that was the problem.
Yeah. Like down the boulevard, like all the time.
You know, the Oakmont Water Authority still has their curb all like waxed up because of us.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
dude.
I feel proud about that.
That's funny. There's also that little apartment complex we'd always be at in like 6th Street.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that step in between mine and Jimmy's house, and you were right out my back door, basically.
Yeah.
Your house was right there, so we just meet in the
Dude.
middle.
Oh yeah, just with like
Where Jamie Petrini
the
used to
3
live.
little steps there.
Yeah.
That's where that.
Yeah,
Jamie
Jimmy, you're right.
Yeah.
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 Kid's name
tree.
Oh yeah, I know. We'll talk about that later.
What's that kid's name that used to live right there?
JC. JC.
Who?
What's his name, Rob?
John
To
Plotnicki.
Oakmont every once in a while. His mom was a single mom.
Versalati.
Jason Versalati.
Oh,
Versalati.
yeah, Jason. Yeah.
Yes, because he had
The skate video, The Hoax.
Yeah.
he also had Bond. We played them on him on.
Oh, Goldeneye.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
right.
Man, Goldeneye.
Yeah, dude, this motherfucker had everything because he was an only kid, and he
Yeah,
was
he was
like, he had fucking everything that was cool.
Always, yeah.
Always.
Everything that was cool. He was a good kid. I like.
Yeah,
I
he
liked
was
Jamie.
cool.
He was cool.
Whatever happened to him?
Mm-hmm.
He like went. He was gonna go pro golfing at some point, but it didn't pan out.
That's a bummer.
I don't know. He is like a hell of a golfer. He's left-handed. I actually wanted to reach out to him at some point and to ask him to fucking show me how to golf in either event. I'm not sure. I know he has at least a kid, maybe 2. He's married. I'm not sure what he does though, but I think
That's
he's
great.
he's all right.
He's not a low grade quality individual.
No,
That's fantastic.
no, he's doing all right.
That's good.
Well, that's fantastic.
Yeah, 6th Street, man. That was the crew. That's the area right there.
Yep.
Good
Funny.
times. And then there was like there was the St. Irenaeus Church, and then there was the church on 5th too.
Yeah.
Really good
Which
skate
one was
spots.
the one on Fifth?
I
That
still remember
Thompson one?
riding down our bikes on those cobblestone streets, like
Just
Yeah. Hanging on for dear life. Yeah, especially the top part of College Avenue. Like
Oh yeah,
that's bad up there. It still is. They haven't touched it.
of course not.
And that's like I think that's the only cobblestone road. They covered a lot of them over the
Oh,
years.
really?
The boulevard's still cobblestone.
South Avenue is still
Well,
cobblestone.
The boulevard.
South Avenue is still
The
cobblestone.
boulevard's brick. There is a difference.
Still, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But that white cobblestone by that church, by Ben's house, that was always crazy.
Wicked. It would wipe you out all the time.
Yeah. I mean, you had to go on the
Or those slate sidewalks.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. those
Oh
slate
yeah.
sidewalks.
Like if they got a
If they
little
got
bit wet, you would
yeah.
fucking wipe
Yeah.
out. Yeah. Those things
You're
are
just zooming
slick.
along, all of a sudden.
Yeah, for sure.
That's wild, dude. I do miss those times. Such simpler times.
Oh yeah.
We had no problems. None of us had jobs. This was all pre-jobs.
Oh yeah. Like I remember us going to like the Giant Eagle and just shaking a penny candy and just grabbing some candy.
Yeah, for sure.
Still do that. No, I'm kidding. I don't.
I think it's like a Panera or something. Now.
It is. It's a Panera.
Pretending like you grab something and grab
Yeah,
like,
just later on the
Oh
move
my
became
God.
reach around to grab a. Later on the move became reach around and grab a free can of snuff.
Dude, that is so funny. I can't remember. I can't believe you still remember that trick.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
that's a childhood, man. You gotta remember that stuff.
Eat one of those
That
like
was awesome.
They had all those like cow tails.
The bullseye.
Or like the
bullseyes.
sixlets.
Mhm.
I'd always grab the
Or
sixlets.
the
Those
atomic
were my jam.
fireballs were always popular.
Yeah.
Wow, dude, that is crazy.
Or the crybaby gumballs.
Oh yeah. You just I mean or scrounging money from like I would scrounge money in the house and like find like quarters and shit and
Go to Brugger's and buy half a bagel.
oh yeah.
Or
You're
even
like 47 cents for half a bagel with a schmear. I'll have that, please.
Wait, they actually sold half a bagel?
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
so, yeah.
yeah, I definitely recall doing that a few times. What's that? Yeah. Yeah, that's what Seth. I remember going there and buying bagels with him.
Yep. You really had money if you had jelly and cream cheese though.
Yeah, you were. It was going to be a good day. That's for sure.
I was too poor for that.
Yeah, I don't think I like ever actually made my
I
way
remember-
into Brugger's.
I remember one time I saved like $6 to get like half of a Vocelli's hoagie, and it was like the best thing ever. I was like 15 or 16. I don't even know how I put the money together.
Was it still Pizza Outlet at the time, or was it Vicelli?
No, it was Vocelli's.
Was it?
Your dad's cigarette money. That's what you stole from him.
Probably. It's fucking cigarette money. He started rolling his own at some point.
Yeah,
It saves money.
yeah. I think you get there eventually. You just get there.
Smoking those Bally Shangs or some shit.
He says he doesn't smoke anymore, but I know he does. I still smell it on him. I'm like, Dad.
Fade
so
into it.
Like the roles have like reversed. It's so funny. He like acts like a little kid, like he's lying to
Yeah.
me.
That is
Yeah,
funny.
yeah.
Yeah.
And he does like dumb, irrational shit, and I'm like, Dad, use your fucking common sense.
At some point in time, you do become the parent, and you're just like, well, what the fuck?
He's like damn near 80, you know?
Yeah. I mean, my parents live with me now, so kind of the same. I understand.
Do they?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome.
They were like the nicest people ever.
Oh yeah. My parents they're great people. I mean, it's crazy.
Are they retired?
No, my dad still works at a fencing company, surprisingly.
Wow. How old is he now?
63, 64, something like that. He's
He's waiting for that Social Security to kick in. Yeah,
You're right.
I know. My mom is too. She's retiring in 2 months. Fucking
Oh, good
counting
for
down the
her.
days. Yeah.
yeah, he's just. I mean, he was a foreman for a fence company and just builds orders all the time now and drives a forklift. So
So he's like kind of on easy street. He's not like
yeah,
out
so he's
there
not digging post
digging
holes
post
anymore.
holes and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
no, but every day is crazy. I'm like, how's your day, Dad? It was crazy. How is it?
Just
Everybody
fucking
wants a
crazy.
fucking fence, man.
I gotta hear myself. When is it like at some point like the crazy becomes normal? Like when
Yeah.
does that? Oh, it's been like 5 years of crazy. I'm like, okay,
Hasn't
Okay.
normalized since.
yeah, I know. I mean, there's 10 people working there. How could it be? How could you not be normal at some point?
Right. You need to work out this, the structure and the flow.
Yeah.
So that's kind of
Kaizen that bitch.
So what about your brother?
My brother, he
Good old Ryan.
yeah, he is what does he do? He does something with electric. He does like a foreman for electric company.
Okay.
Like, he builds like warehouses in electrical work.
Oh.
So like he has like crews around that like build like Amazon warehouses and like shit like that.
Oh, that's pretty
Wow.
cool.
Nice.
So I mean, you would be surprised in how crazy. I mean, warehouses down here are going like out of this world. Like everywhere is a warehouse.
I'm sure.
Hey man, you gotta have warehouses, right? That's
Well, because Atlanta's the biggest airport,
Yeah.
right?
Jackson Hartsfield.
So it flies in, and everything is an hour away that goes into a warehouse, and then from there that gets shipped out.
Right.
Everything around us is turning into a warehouse that's just like, here's like 10,000 square feet that has 8 warehouses around it, and it has like Bed Bath and Beyond and Williams Sonoma and Amazon.
It's funny you say that because like when I went for my master's, I got an MBA, and in one of my classes they were talking about that how like clustering effects, which basically means like certain industries will cluster in certain areas depending on what they have, and transportation is one of them. And they actually used Atlanta in their airport as one, Chicago another one because of their rail system, St. Louis because if you look at a map of where St. Louis is in relation to the country, it's like almost right in the middle.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was pretty cool. I have seen a lot of warehouses around these areas. It makes total sense.
Like it's funny, like at our school we have programs for kids to learn how to drive forklifts.
Wow.
And they can make up to like $60,000 a year driving a forklift.
Yeah, that's good though. I mean, schools should
That's
have
wild.
stuff like that, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Especially in an area where they're going to be in need.
Yeah, for sure.
But like I couldn't imagine like I'm making $60K at a high school with a certification driving a forklift.
That's great money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good for that kid.
But like they can't get enough, Rob. They can't get
Yeah.
enough.
That's crazy.
That's how it is. I mean, that's where all the growth is. All the growth is down south.
Yep, and then CDLs, they're paying $100 and something thousand a year to drive a truck,
That's wild.
and it's all local. It's like driving from the airport to there.
Yeah,
Airport.
no like overnight shit, just back and
No,
forth.
they're home by 5.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
wild.
There's a
Jesus.
food service company with us that is asking for kids like either they can get a CDL, we'll pay them $100,000 a year, and they're gonna drive in Gainesville, and just drive food around. They don't have enough. Like it's crazy. Like the trucking that's gonna go bad. I mean, it's crazy.
What do you think about automation? Do you think that's gonna be a thing?
It would be dumb if it didn't.
Yeah, I know. I kind of think that's where it's headed.
Yeah, I would assume so.
But like, you're still gonna have like. I mean, imagine saying an automated truck's driving through downtown Pittsburgh. That ain't happening.
I know.
Yeah.
It is.
Never
It's one thing if you're right, if it's like out in the middle of nowhere, but if you're in like a
Yeah,
suburban,
And it's not a gridded system at all. I mean,
dense
it just looks
area.
like the city map just looks like a plate of spaghetti. I mean, it's not like gridded at all.
Are you guys familiar with Black Mirror, the TV show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there was one episode where somebody gets killed by an automated vehicle, and it's like this whole, if you know Black Mirror, you know it's crazy.
Yeah.
But-
Yeah, definitely.
Everyone's fear of computers because they don't know, and just You gotta,
regatta, man.
you gotta. Things are gonna change. And that's okay.
Times are a changing.
Well, it's always changing. Think of when we grew up. I mean, think how crazy things were and things changed. And
Think of how much money we used to pay for a fucking CD. Now
Think
you
about
can't give
how
them
much
away.
money we spent. Think about how much money we spent at fun stuff on the boulevard on Pogs alone.
Pogs.
Fun stuff, yeah.
Do you guys remember the store Fun Stuff?
Of course.
Yeah.
well, I mean, like my son was into Beyblades, and that's the same thing. Have you seen those?
Huh.
It's like a top where you like put the toy in there, and then you like spin it, and then like they like battle and hit each other, and then one explodes.
That's pretty freaking sweet.
Yeah, they're cool little things.
It's like Crossfire from when we were kids.
Yes.
Crossfire.
Greatest theme song ever.
Crossfire.
Yo, get caught up in the crossfire.
I had to deal with that was dealing with Beyblades was fun. So
Yeah, I'm so like out of touch. I don't know anything to deal with like little kids,
Nope.
and I don't know a single. I think I forget who I was talking about this with, but I don't know any new artist. I was talking about it with my brother. I don't know, anybody pop, country, otherwise,
like none, like zero.
Like
pretty much
musical artist?
musical.
I randomly find them out from my wife. That's about it.
I mean, I have like MTV and shit like that, but I don't watch it. I'm a grown ass adult.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're all right. You're all right, buddy.
So
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'm on the same. I know artists from the genres that I like, but that's about it.
That's about it.
like
I know who Nicki Minaj is, but I don't know a single song that she sings.
I don't think that would be considered a new artist, Jimmy.
And that's my point. To me, she is. That's how old I am.
I mean, she's been around for probably a decade.
Again,
At least, yeah.
I'm showing my age.
So yeah, maybe you are having an issue here.
She's new to me. So if there's somebody newer than her, I'm screwed.
No, in your defense,
Jimmy's
though,
over here like,
I couldn't tell you any songs besides,
Besides, the one.
that one.
Which one is that?
That WAP.
Yeah, that WAP.
Do we say WAP or WAP?
We referred
It's
to
WAP.
it earlier.
What does it stand for, Charlie?
I don't know.
Google it.
I don't know.
I don't know. Can you tell me, please?
Whatever.
yeah, just
Yeah. Anyway.
Thanks, Rob.
Ruin everything.
I don't know. That's my job.
All right. Well, what else do you guys want to talk about? Anybody got anything on their mind? Do you want to wrap it up or what? What do we got going on here?
James?
Why are you looking at me?
I don't know. You're right in front of me.
You're a fucking navigator, man.
I know. This is why I didn't write anything down. We're just flowing with it. Yeah. Do you guys have any animals? Big animal guy?
I have a dog. I mean, it's a brown lab we got from a friend.
What's his name?
Her name's Lucy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Chuck has the cutest freaking dog ever. He's basically my best friend at this point. His name's Victor.
Don't think so. My dog is cuter than Chuck's dog for sure. But
I don't know, Rob. You gotta see him in person to really get the whole.
I know Victor. I've hung out with Victor.
No, you didn't.
No, that was What's the other dog's name?
Jax.
Jax. You're right.
Jax is
Touche.
cool too.
Yeah, Jax is a cool guy, but Victor's
He's like a little pug.
Yeah,
Mix.
he's a pug. It's hard to explain, but we're just gonna call him a pug. All right. And he's just, I don't know, Jim. What do you think? Cutest dog in the fucking world.
He's got a rough exterior, but he's real soft on the inside.
He's very hyper. Yeah. If he doesn't know you, he's pretty
A little
timid.
standoffish.
He's standoffish, but it takes him a minute, which
But once he warms up, he melts like
Not
butter.
unlike Charlie himself,
Yeah, just like me, except for I don't bite.
Hard, right?
Yeah,
Just little nibbles.
Just little nibbles.
love bites.
Yeah, so we have Victor and we have Jax. Jax is a Shih Tzu. Jax is like the best dog ever.
I have a cat. She's sitting right here. She's cool. I had a Frenchie, but she died in January, so it was super sad. So fuck 2020.
I just lost my Rottweiler mix, so fuck 2020 also. But I also have a poodle named Benjamin. He's fucking awesome. He's a real rowdy, scruffy poodle. And I have a Boston Terrier Chihuahua mix named Dante.
Wait,
He's delightful.
Was that the runaway one that never found?
Yeah, no one
home?
ever claimed him.
Wow.
Yeah, my wife was driving home on her way home from work, and this thing bolted in front of her, like out in the country. She opened her door, and freaking little dog jumped in. So
he was like, "Go get the gas."
Yeah, fucking take me out of here. There's coyotes all over the place. All you can hear is just in the background, pissed off.
That's funny. So do you guys get to travel much with 3 kids, or is it just kind of like?
That's got to be difficult as hell.
Before COVID, we'd go to Seattle once or twice a year. Florida, it's close, so you go to Orlando or you go to. And my son will hockey tournaments, so we'd always go with that stuff around. So
A lot of hockey tournaments, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, we would do like Tampa or Nashville or Charlotte or stuff like that.
I've never been to Nashville, and it's definitely on my list.
Jimmy, we should meet there sometime. That would be true.
Dude. Let me know when. I'll meet everybody there.
Yeah, can I come too?
Party in Nashville.
I mean,
2022.
yeah, Charlie, you can too.
All right, thanks.
Charlie, I mean, yeah, you can come.
I'll even buy cowboy boots. I swear to God.
I already have them.
Hot chicken. Have you ever had that? Have you heard of it?
I've heard of it.
I've had it from KFC. I don't know if that
Actually,
counts.
no, I have had that.
Not the same thing.
No.
It's brutal and amazing at the same time.
Yeah, it's like ridiculous. It like melts your face off. It's so hot, right?
No, it's not that hot.
No, it's got heat, but not like that.
No, I mean, I don't know. Like, there's two places. There's Prince's, and there's Hattie B's in Nashville. Prince's, they say the original, which is pretty legit, man. Hattie B's is awesome. It's kind of commercialized now, but it's still really, really good.
That's fine. I want like that OG original shit,
So think of like taking fried chicken. You fried chicken.
Yeah.
You take it and you make like paste with like chili powders and the oil that you fried it in.
Okay.
Coat it in that and then deep fry it again.
Oh,
the crunchy goodness.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing.
The chilies like get into the crunch and so it's not like if you go to KFC, they're just putting like this weird honey glaze on top of it with chilies. That's kind of it, but you got to refry.
I think there's pickles involved too.
Yes, pickles are a thing too. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I have had that before. That is good stuff.
Yeah, it's really good.
You just make me want to go that much more.
You gotta have a good place is when they put white bread underneath it. So you put the chicken on top of the white bread, it's soaked.
Oh.
Then you think, oh, this bread's gonna help me, and like
it's just saturated and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds so good. I did. I always wanted to go on like a Nashville, Kentucky like bourbon tour.
That'd be rad.
That'd be rad.
How long do you think it'll take just for us to drive down right now just to get some chicken? Come back.
About 5-6 hours.
All right, let's go.
I don't
I
think
would be
it's
about
that.
12.
It takes that long to get through West Virginia. What the hell are you talking about?
I know.
That's a true story.
Yeah. No, we'll just go
I
through
can't even get out
Ohio.
of Texas that long.
We'll just go through Ohio and make a left. No big deal.
Yeah.
Hanging Louie.
Yeah, that'll work.
Basically.
It'll get you there.
I mean, what the hell?
Basically.
I've been to Kentucky. We went to Covington, Kentucky once for a Steelers game just because the Steelers played Cincinnati. Cincinnati is right across the river from Covington, Kentucky.
Hmm.
Oh, okay.
And it's like a party town. And I have never had. Well, I have, but I had such a great time down there. It was like it was for Halloween. Derek Penny, our buddy Derek was with us. It was a really fun time. Dom, I don't know if you remember Dom. Do you remember Dom?
Mm-mm.
Dom was there.
Sacramento.
Little Italian kid.
Mm.
Either way, but yeah, I thought it was really cool. So I always want to kind of go back and check it out. And I want to go to see Graceland. And isn't Dollywood down there?
I
Yeah.
believe so. Yeah.
Dollywood's
Yeah.
in. I want to go pay my respects. I don't even like country or anything, but like, dude, she is a freaking national icon. She's a national treasure.
Have you seen like the thing about her that was going through a couple days ago about how like she changes?
About how she basically saved the world by funding the Rona vaccine.
Yeah, the vid.
The vid vaccine.
The vid.
Yeah, amazing. Did you guys
I
see
know
that?
nothing about it.
Yeah, so apparently she
Oh,
gave
yeah,
$1 million
she's awesome.
bucks back in like March or April. She donated it to like Tennessee, to a university in Tennessee. I think it was Vanderbilt.
Yeah, Vanderbilt.
And that part of that funding went to help create the vaccine. And it just like they reported it in the paper, in like the research paper and everything. And she didn't even know until they released the paper. Very cool.
Interesting.
So, crazy question: are you going to take the vaccine if you get it? If you could?
Nope.
I am, yeah, for sure.
I'm not taking the first round.
I am. If
Oh.
if the people who are treating these COVID patients are taking it, I'm going to take it.
No, I understand you, but my wife is going to take it for sure because she's a medical professional. But
What about you?
I
Jake?
don't know.
I'm still in negotiations with myself. I don't know.
What's your wife say?
Yeah, I think I don't know. I'm not
I mean,
sure.
I don't. I've never gotten a flu shot. It's not really my style.
Yeah, no,
I
me
don't
either.
either, but I never get a flu shot, but I'll get the vid shot.
I think the vid, like, it'd be more related to like, you know, my work status. Like, can I go to work without a vid shot? You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
What about you?
Like no work tells you to get a flu shot. So
No.
I can't see them. I mean, I can see it because people
Yeah.
do things, but like requiring a vid shot, it just sounds to me kind of like surprising that you could tell somebody to get
What to put into their body?
what's put in their body. Yeah, exactly. Like that'd be like saying the government could say, Chuck, you have 3 kids, you need to get your vasectomy now. It's like,
Yeah, but think of it this way: public schools require children to have vaccines.
they do, but they don't.
I thought it was like kind of a thing.
It's not all of them. It's a few of them.
It's not like it's heavily recommended.
Yeah. Isn't it? I don't know. It might be state by state. I'm pretty sure in Pennsylvania, unless you have some kind of like religious exemption or some shit.
Okay, you could say I'm in the Jimmy Clayton church. I don't want that vaccine.
I'm gonna create that church, by the way.
There you go.
I'll be a deacon.
Pass around the collection plate every Sunday. Make sure that.
I mean, football on Sundays is a church, right? I mean, what's the difference?
Absolutely.
So what's the difference? I mean, Scientology is created the same similar way. I mean, how far do you go back and say that there was real or not?
What's so funny is my office is like right across the hall from the Pittsburgh chapter of the Mormons. And
Oh, yeah?
so like they come out with like their white shirts and their black ties and their like little name tags. And it's just I think of Orgasmo every time.
Yeah. I've worked for so many of them, and they're like, "How many kids do you have?" And I'm like, "None. We don't really plan on having kids." And they're like, "What? We have 11." I'm like, "Yeah, y'all had them all for me. I'm good. Like we're all square. You made up for a number of people."
I mean, they're friendly, it's whatever.
Oh, they're overly friendly. Yeah.
I mean, look, I'm never going to tell anybody they can't do anything, but don't tell me I need to do anything either.
Oh, absolutely. I'm the same exact way.
So, yeah,
What you gonna do?
exactly.
Rob looks
Crazy.
sleepy.
I am, dude.
You're a long day.
Different time zone than us too.
He's an
Yeah.
hour behind us.
It's only 8 o'clock there, or
I'm
7
sleepy,
o'clock.
bro.
He's been pounding turkey since like on at least Thursday.
I'm on that. No, that.
Hey, brisket.
The brisket. Yeah,
I'm on that.
could look
I
good.
had some right before I got on here too. I'm sleepy from it.
That'll put you down.
It's
That
heavy.
did look good as hell.
It turned out okay.
I've
That
never
was the
made one
first
of
time I
those,
ever did one.
and I always wanted to do something like that. All I have was an oven. What should I do with my oven? That would be really cool. With meat,
Hire a chef.
Yeah.
or just pick one's brain.
Yeah.
In an oven?
Is it gas or electric?
It's
Like
electric.
for me?
Yeah, for meat.
For me?
Meat in an electric oven. I know. I'm throwing a lot.
Just do a roast and be a man and eat it for a couple days.
Well, I do that all the time.
Yeah,
I
do
just
that.
I just did that in the crock pot.
The problem with a crock pot is you're never getting any crust on it.
No, I'm not. So what I have to do is after I'm done cooking it for like 10 hours, I take it out and I broil it for like 2 or 3 minutes to get a little bit of crust on it.
Okay, so you're pretty much just sous videing the same kind of thing.
Yeah.
Similar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It might be cheating a little bit, but it's tough to do it too because if you do it too long, you make it a little bit too dry.
Yeah. I don't know. Have you ever tried making popovers before?
No, what's that?
If you can make pancakes, you can make popovers. They're really good. It's like a cheddar, like biscuity thing. It's like super good.
All right, I'm going to Google that.
So popovers, yeah, you like those.
Popovers.
So it's kind of like a biscuit dough, like a pancake batter.
Okay.
But you heat the muffin pan up really hot and you put oil in it, and then you're pretty much frying the bread in the muffin pan, and it like gets like really high in the muffin pan. It's like super delicious. But sometimes
Sounds delightful.
And what do you mix in it? Anything?
well, like you would with your roast, you would have a popover if you were in England.
Oh.
So like you put a ton of cheddar cheese in it, and it's like a cheddar popover, and it's like the outsides of the popover become like, you know, okay, you ever made a grilled cheese before? You know the cheese melts off of it a little bit and gets in the pan. The whole outside of the popover should be that.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Deliciously like crunchy cheddar.
cheese. Yeah. Oh, that's the best.
Oh,
That is so good.
wait a sec. I want some of that.
Chuck's gonna need a moment.
Yeah. Let me think about that. All right.
Mm.
Yeah, like a Kraft singles, like crispy in the edge. Yeah, it's not bad.
I'm gonna have to try that. That's on my
The
list.
super, you can't mess it up. I mean, you really can't. If you can make a pancake, you can make those.
Yeah, I can definitely make a mean pancake.
There you go.
It's not my specialty.
Yeah.
My specialty is like tacos right now. We make tacos tomorrow.
Yeah, you on the tacos right now?
Turkey
Are you
tacos.
Are you putting lettuce on it?
Sometimes not. Generally not.
Cilantro and onions are it, man.
Well, that's what I use. I use a shit ton of cilantro. I use cilantro and lime.
There you go. So if you want to do something really cool in your oven, you get like a pork butt. You know what that is?
I just bought one today.
Okay. So you could take that and like slice it,
Okay.
and then look up a recipe for like you could do like a carne asada rub or something
Yeah.
like that, or you can even do just like a chili like rub on top of it, but you're gonna layer it with like pineapple.
Ooh.
Mm.
Get that sweetness in there.
But like in Mexico, they do a dish where they put the pineapple on top and let it roast. The
Yeah.
pineapple on top of it, and they shave the pineapple on it with the pork in the top. And you do like onions and cilantro and like hot sauce with it.
Sounds incredible.
Maybe even some tomatoes.
No,
No tomatoes.
no.
Maybe some tomatoes? No, absolutely not. No tomatoes.
Just peppers and whatnot.
I'm like drawing a blank what that's called. Can't think of the name right now, but it's very simple.
Fuck
and-
cilantro, by the way. Sorry to interrupt.
Whoa, easy.
It's easy. Take it easy. Take it easy.
I love
So-
cilantro.
It's funny. Some people say
It tastes like
cilantro.
soap. I don't think
It's like-
so.
I think it smells the way that stink bugs smell.
Do you?
Oh,
They do. It does. Next time you kill a stink bug,
I don't know.
Next time you kill a stink bug, throw it right on your taco.
okay. They call it tacos al pastor.
Tacos El Pastor.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what the pine. I drew a blank for half a second.
So how long would I cook that in the oven? Like a couple hours? I guess I could look it up.
Like 300 degrees for probably 5 hours,
Oh, I love it.
maybe 7 hours.
I feel like cooking things slowly and like, well, you know, on a
Low
low
and
heat,
slow, baby.
low and slow is like the way to go.
Oh yeah, but like it has the rub has a little bit of brown sugar in it. I think
Oh yeah.
it'll like caramelize in there and be like crispy on the outside and like delicious. And like the best thing to do is like have your oven at like 250 when you're done, and you shave off the edges of it. Like it's like a circle at this point, so you shave out the edges
Uh-huh.
and you let it there for a little bit so it browns again. And you shave out the edges.
Oh, same thing.
Yeah, so you're getting those crispy bits all around the edge, and it's in the taco. You shave them into the taco.
Oh,
just put-
genius.
So if you really want a good hot, you guys like spicy or not?
I
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
freaking love it.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you heard of this hot sauce called Valentina before?
yeah,
I think so.
And I know Rob has. That's like
yeah, absolutely.
it's a southern thing. It's like legit, like the real hot sauce you would get from like
It's amazing.
Mexico. But it's like it's not, like Texas pitas, right?
Yeah.
You know, it's like thin and watery and like vinegary.
Yeah.
This is like thick, and it's made with like the chilies.
Okay.
So it's like thick, but it's not. It's like super delicious.
If you go to like any taco stand in Mexico, they have like the squeeze bottle version of it.
Yeah,
See,
but don't get the black label. It's too spicy for you guys.
It'll kill
Wow,
you.
well,
I bought
hold
a small
up.
bottle of it.
hold up. I'll be the judge of that.
Look, I know Pittsburgh people enough to know that it's spicy.
Hottest thing I ever had were wings in Ireland, of all places. It
Really?
sounds so counterintuitive, but
Yeah,
I had to drink
I'm
like,
surprised they even have wings there.
yeah, and the spiciest I've ever had. I had to drink like a gallon of water, and my mouth was still on fire.
Jesus.
that's crazy.
See, all
So
we're used to like Cholula up here.
like Cholula is like that's okay. It's okay.
It just doesn't have the vinegar like goodness of the other ones.
Yeah, but try Valentina. Like Walmart here has it for like $1 a bottle.
No shit.
Yeah, it's cheap. It's not like expensive. You're not spending like $12 for this. It's like $1, $2.
And that's legit.
Legit, yeah. It's good. You won't
I
do
think
it. You
Jimmy's
won't,
hungry.
Yeah, right. He's chomping on that gum loud enough.
Oh my god, I am. I'm like getting hungry because of it. No, I'm really not. I pounded some pizza earlier. It was Valtry's. You miss Valtry's?
oh yeah, it's delicious. Like we don't have anything like that here.
That kills
That's
me.
crazy.
That's like soul crushing to know that like
Like, there's so many good pizza places in Pittsburgh.
I honestly feel like
But
you could
that's
make
like
a
the same
killing
conversa-
or anybody
That's
like
the same conversation that I've made though for people that live like that ask about the barbecue that we have back home. Like now I know there's a few better places, but like when I lived there wasn't a single one. And I'd tell them about like, most people grill on gas up there and stuff like that, and they just can't believe that everybody doesn't smoke brisket and everything else. It's like, well, we want it done now. Give me those fucking burgers right now,
Yeah.
and I get that to a degree. I mean, if you're throwing a 4th of July party and you're a little drunk, it's easier to just pop a bunch of burgers on the gas grill.
Well, and those pellet grills, like the one I have, you can use it for either or. You can
Yeah.
smoke with it or use it as a regular grill.
I know a lot of people this year were smoking turkeys. I've been seeing that all over Facebook. It looks pretty good. Or deep
I love
frying
them
turkeys
fried.
too.
Deep fried is my jam.
I've never
Yeah, like-
seen that.
It's hard with turkey because the skin gets so gummy when you smoke it a lot of times.
Oh, when you're smoking it?
Yeah.
Have you ever tried to deep fry a turkey?
Oh yeah, they're delicious.
It's amazing.
I've never
They're-
had one. I've always wanted to try it.
Dude,
It's very scary.
yeah.
Very scary. Just be careful.
Yeah, I've seen videos where like it just turns into a ball of fire.
Well, because it's frozen, it's too full. It's just not a good idea. Like
Like, cause
I
you have
wouldn't-
to wait until it's totally defrosted. Because if there's any bit of like ice in there, it's gonna like go crazy.
you're done. And because what happens is the oil is going to go over top of it and hit the burner on the bottom, which is then going to catch.
Yeah, I've seen that. That looks fucking crazy.
I mean, it's connected to a damn propane tank, for gosh sakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you're asking for trouble.
Yeah.
It's not a good idea.
We made them Chuck, do you remember the Seaback Thanksgivings?
Yeah, at Matt and Adrian's house in Edgewood.
Yeah, we made but we did it multiple years, I think, but the deep fried turkey, and it always turned out awesome. But the first time it went down in, everyone's like, "Oh
Yeah, right?
shit!"
No, we would have deep fried and just oven roasted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little something for everybody.
Jimmy, only fill it up halfway with oil. It's the trick.
Halfway with the oil.
Yeah.
And how long?
So Jimmy, what you want to do is you want it to fill the whole way to the fucking top row, and you want it to be as frozen as possible when you stick it in the searing oil.
And get that oil as hot as fucking get
And
it.
make sure you're leaning over and looking in because there's a swirl on the inside that you see.
Draws you right in.
Yeah.
So how, like, for real, how long does it take to cook? Is it like 20
That's
minutes, an hour when you deep fry it?
45 minutes to an hour.
Man, that makes it so much more worth it, doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean, again, my sous vide was 8 hours. An average turkey roasted is like 5 hours.
Yeah, so you can't even compare the two. That's crazy.
Just for the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the flavor is so much better when it's deep fried. Turkey's bullshit in my personal opinion. So
When is anything bad deep fried? Name one thing that's bad.
No.
I live in Texas. They try to deep fry everything here, and I can't tell you a single time where it was not a good thing.
I like it all.
Except for the
I'll take
deep fried butter. I've never tried that.
The deep fried butter is hard.
But they do deep fried beer here.
Well, wait,
Oreos,
how can you
Snickers.
how do you? Because wouldn't the butter just melt?
But it's frozen. You
Yeah.
freeze it first. And so you're catching it right when the outside is crispy, but the inside's like liquid.
Oh my god, that would be so good.
Oh. It sounds like a little much to me, to be honest.
A lot of much.
The best thing I've ever had is deep fried Oreos.
Yeah, they're incredible.
I hear that a lot.
You can only eat like one of them though, dude. They're brutal.
It's when you get the double stuff, that's when you're going all out. You're
Really
You know
clogging
it's gonna
those
be a good
arteries.
night.
Yeah, they sell deep fried Oreos at Kennywood now.
Oh, really?
really?
Yeah.
Is Kennywood open?
No, I don't know.
no.
Well, they usually do like a Christmas thing,
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
but I don't know. Fuck, dude, come
Ah,
on.
okay.
I hate double stuffed Oreos, by the way. I think it's sinful.
You're out of your mind. It's delightful.
Yeah.
They're not double stuffed anymore. They're not double stuffed anymore. They've been to a less than double stuffed. It's like quarter stuffed.
The overeaten Oreos.
Yeah.
I just
A little
like,
pudgy.
and I know we've had this conversation before, but I just like the regular amount of stuffing.
So stupid.
You know what I
And my
actually like
Oreo.
better are the thins. The thins are my shit.
Oh, those are actually pretty good. I've had those. They're not bad.
First of all, let's clear something up with the chef. What's your opinion on candy corn?
I like candy.
Son of a bitch.
Okay. I like candy corn.
I'm the only outlier then. I do not like candy corn.
It's not
Not
like
at all.
Jimmy. I'm not like searching it out.
Of course.
Yeah, obviously. I don't think anybody is.
If anybody's searching it out, candy corn.
They're
like,
sociopath.
yeah, like
Yeah, you need to run away from that person.
like it's like the person that is trying to get the Necco wafers. Like,
Ooh, yeah.
Oh wow.
My mom loves
So
those damn
gross.
things.
I haven't
someone's
even
like-
seen those.
Like
in
here's a
years.
piece of chalk, jag off.
Yeah,
What
it
about
kind
the-
of looks like maybe the color of strawberry.
or
You
or
find
the
out.
or you could get the all chocolate ones.
yeah, like I would rather have a candy corn over Necco wafers any day. I'd have candy corn over the Smarties all day.
I don't know. I dig Smarties.
What about those little strawberry candies from your grandma's house?
Oh, those are
those are
good.
good
Shit.
with the
Those are
gooey
the shit.
filling.
Yeah, those are the best.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, yeah. That's quality right
Whatever
there.
happened to those? They don't sell them. Do
You're not
You
seeking
can
them
still
out.
get them when you get like the Hillshire's Farm thing, or if you go to like an Italian deli.
I need to find those things.
Yeah.
My grandmother had Werther's Originals.
Oh, those
Oh.
are the jam.
Those are good too.
Oh, I know. Those are. And so you know what I haven't found yet, and I want to find them. Remember the cookies that had the layers?
Yeah.
Those are a
Yeah.
Pittsburgh.
What you mean? Just like
yeah.
like wafers?
The wafer cookies.
Yeah, it's like the inside of a Kit Kat.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
you
just regular
can't find
wafer
those.
cookies.
They're everywhere. I could go buy
They're,
a whole bushel of them.
they're at every gas station here.
No,
I haven't.
can't-
I don't know. I haven't seen
A
them in
whole
forever
bushel.
either. Dude,
Well,
that's
Yeah, I
You're
see
not
them in
looking
gas
for 'em,
stations
though.
all the
If
time.
you go down the cookie aisle, at Giant Eagle, you can.
To be
you have
fair-
a healthy picking.
to be fair. I try to avoid the cookie aisle because it turns into bad things when I don't.
Yeah, right. I don't adult well in the cookie aisle.
outside aisles.
Yeah.
I do. The cookie and the candy aisle, like, get them away from me.
Well, they're right next.
See, I
to
do
30s
all right in the
problems,
candy
you know.
aisle. Yeah.
Yeah. Stay on the outside of the grocery store.
I mean, really, just stick with the veggies and all that shit, and
The
stay out of
meats
the.
and cheeses.
Try to avoid all the processed shit as much as you can.
Good. Thanks, Jim.
Health tips. Health tips by me. Although I did just go to, I just went to Oakmont Deli earlier today.
Ooh,
They got all those like boar's head meats.
yeah.
I am such a freaking sucker for those.
Well, yeah. It's because it's the best lunch meat in the world.
It really is.
Do you guys have boar's head lunch meat down there?
Everybody has boar's head.
Yeah, that's a national thing.
My
Yeah,
bad. Oh, my mistake. Sorry, guys.
Sorry. Now everybody has boar's head.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Rob,
It's
do you have
good.
boar's head?
Oh, yeah.
Is it a national type thing?
I think so. I'm pretty sure it's a national thing.
Rob probably has some like badass butcher down there.
Yeah, we have some pretty good butcher shops here. I don't really go to them often because like our regular stores, like our Albertsons and stuff, have like really good butchers inside them as well.
Two birds, one stone kind of deal.
For sure.
Yeah.
And I live out pretty rural, so there's definitely butchers out here. All the hunting.
I mean, I mainly go just to Giant Eagle. I bought some lamb today. Pretty pumped about that. Gonna throw
Nice.
that on the grill at some point,
Okay.
but we'll see.
Still trying to show off.
Like lamb chop?
Yeah, some chops. What I
Is
do?
it a whole rack or is it chops?
No, just the chops, like 3 or 4.
Oh, okay.
My thing: a little bit of onion, a little bit of garlic, salt and pepper. That's all you need.
Okay.
Put them
You're
in,
gonna grill it?
put them in a little bit of oil. Throw them on the grill.
Okay, then what?
Then I eat it
By itself? Like just gnaw on it or what?
like a savage. That's like literally how I do it too. I live alone, so like people don't see these things. I'm spilling it all right here on the podcast. Yeah, sometimes I eat meat like a freaking caveman. But no, maybe I'll mix in some. I have a bag of spinach I plan on making with that. I got some fruit, maybe an apple.
You got some mint jelly to go on top.
I'm not a big mint jelly guy. I know it's a big thing with lamb, but I just don't do it.
Fuck all of that nonsense.
No, it's not. No one eats mint jelly with it anymore.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of dated.
Something my grandma would have done.
Something my grandma used to do for sure.
Like, so like if you were gonna really do it, like a salsa verde would be really good. I'd be really good with it.
Salsa
You ever heard of
verde.
I
that?
love salsa verde.
Yeah, yeah,
My
yeah.
jam.
So it's like cilantro and parsley and garlic and olive oil and a little bit of lemon and salt. Like make it like a paste.
Uh-huh.
And that goes with it.
I have some like store bought. It's literally salsa verde.
Yeah.
Give that a whirl, maybe.
Not like paste, picante salsa.
Okay. Oh, like legit picante salsa?
No, not that.
Like
You
the
don't want
paste stuff.
that. You don't want that.
Don't want that. Okay.
No tomato.
Okay.
Yeah, you want it to be like a paste consistency.
Like a paste consistency.
Like the consistency.
I gotcha.
Not paste, thick and chunky.
You know, like what Rob's doing, like this.
Yeah,
also,
he's got this. He's good.
Have you ever had parsnips before?
Probably at some like fancy schmancy restaurant.
They're like
They're
white
like
carrots.
potatoes, aren't they?
No, white carrots.
Oh.
Yeah. They have
Those
them
are
at,
the-
I've never made them before, but I know that they sell them at the Waterworks Giant Eagle.
Oh, okay. If you gotta boil them and then just puree them, they're really delicious.
I don't have like a puree or thing.
Like a blender?
Yeah, I don't have a blender.
You need to grow up.
I know.
A blender?
if it doesn't work in my toaster oven, my regular oven and grill,
Not making it.
not making it.
You really don't have a blender?
I don't think no, I do have a blend. Yeah, I might. If I do, I obviously don't use it very often because I don't even know if I have it.
I'd say so, yeah.
You know what I mean? I want to get what I really want is a freaking panini maker. So put that on the Christmas list if anybody likes me.
George Foreman.
No, like panini maker, legit one.
You can make your court masseur with that.
There we go. See, I can make all kind of stuff with that.
Yeah.
I watched the movie The Chef, and they keep making the freaking Cuban sandwiches on that movie. Oh my god, they look so freaking good.
There's a movie called The Chef.
Yeah, John Favreau, he gets a food truck with John Leguizamo, and it's amazing because they just have a lot of cooking stuff. It's very inspiring. It makes me want to cook food every time I watch it.
It's a good show.
So you could easily, with your pork butt, you can make the Cuban.
I guess I could, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go.
You get some Isley's ham,
There you
slice it
go.
up.
This is why I need a panini press.
Yes, roast the pork butt for about
We're gonna
6
have to do this once a week, cooking with Chris.
I know.
We're all gonna. He's gonna tell us how to cook. None of us are gonna do none of this shit. We're just gonna sit here. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds
good.
great.
I might try some of it. I do like to cook. I'm the only one that
I do as well.
No one cooks for me. So if I don't do it, then I'm ordering food because no one's making it for me.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I just watched this guy pound like a whole pizza before we started.
It was a small pizza, but I did pound it. It was so good.
It's pretty.
Feltry's white pizza. Oh,
It's like a pretty big, small pizza though.
it was sizable. It was lunchtime,
Look, there's one thing you can always pound with pizza. I can always
absolutely.
pound pizza myself.
all day. And
Oh,
it's
yeah.
and it was one of those things where I literally just came back from the store, bought $200 worth of groceries, didn't want to cook a damn thing.
Oh, every time.
Every time.
You want to know one of my things I love watching on is the Barstool Sports guy. He does the pizza.
Pizza
Yeah,
reviews. Yep.
Ah,
Dave Portnoy.
He did
Yeah.
a tomato pie in Philly the
Right.
other day. It looked amazing.
it's like I want to eat that pizza and I can never get it anywhere. Anything around here? No.
He came to Pittsburgh about a month ago. Did like 3 or 4 here.
Yeah.
He's looking at like all that betting stuff in Pennsylvania now.
Yeah. So he's like
So he-
all over the state, like promoting this shit.
Yeah. But I mean, you don't get anything like that around here.
I
You
don't
can't
like.
get it.
I don't like the way he eats pizza.
One bite, man. Everyone knows the rules.
Yeah.
No,
He
it's
never
like,
gets it right.
I know. That's the funny part.
it's like fucking like First of all, it's fresh out of the oven. Like that's got to be
He's
hot
always
as
burning
fuck.
his tongue.
And like he's just like slurping it, and there's like cheese falling off. I'm like, dude, like that's like you're abusing the pizza.
Yeah.
I don't like.
He's
He's
kind of a
doing it as
jag-off.
if he was wasted ass drunk on outside of the building, but that's how a lot of people consume pizza.
Yeah.
I
I don't
guess.
know. There's not much. I mean, he's funny. I mean, you might not agree
He
with
is funny. He is funny.
I mean,
I love Barstool. Period. I think they have some hilarious shit on there.
like the spit and chicklets they do for hockey is hilarious.
Oh, Spit and
Yeah.
Chicklets is great.
That's a good one.
Yeah, those guys are on point. They're good.
I love the old guy Jerry Thornton. He's a writer there. He's probably the wittiest writer I've read in quite some time. So if anybody's out there, read Jerry's stuff on Barstool. I forget his last name. I think it's Thornton.
You don't get that much anymore. No one's like smart, funny anymore.
No, they're not. And he's one of those rare guys that is like smart funny.
But like even like comedians aren't smart funny. Like,
A
they're
lot
all
of them
like,
aren't. It's been so disappointing recently.
yeah.
Even some like bigger names that came out. It was like, that was kind of funny, but not what I
The
expected.
Kevin Hart thing you mentioned earlier is pretty funny.
It is. That one's pretty funny, but even him still, it's like sometimes when these guys grow up and they make it, they lose it. I think they lose their edge a little
Yeah.
bit just because they're, they've seen so much success and they've hit the peak, pinnacle of their career. It's like, where do you go from here?
Well, most of the funny stuff is like bad things happen and you're making fun of it to make it through it,
Yeah.
And when you're a multimillionaire with a freaking house and a maid,
You don't have too many bad times.
with no bad times. Like
That's like
about-
music bands recording albums like after they get successful and they don't have shit to sing about anymore.
like, you know what one of my theories is about that, Rob? Nirvana. They hit it before they went like really big. Like imagine how like shitty their music would be like now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. They would have been probably fucking terrible.
Because like over so long, like I mean I would never like but you would never know, but
Yeah.
like they were getting big at that point and like he was making money, that's how he was able to afford those drugs and he just died. I mean, we think because of drugs, right? Courtney Love.
All right.
But I mean, imagine like him at 40 making music. Like he might look like Van Halen does. I mean, we like look at them, we're like, ugh.
It's
don't
just
do
so
it.
washed up. Trying
Don't
to
do
still be relevant, and it's like Kurt Cobain, go away.
Like it's so funny. Like kids at our school now are wearing like Nirvana shirts, and I'm like, can you name like 5 songs?
Can you
Just
name
5.
2 members of the band?
Yeah.
Aside from Kurt, yeah.
They're probably
Yeah.
like, who's Dave Grohl? Oh, Dave Grohl's in the band?
Well, they don't even know they don't even know who Foo Fighters are.
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah, they don't even know. And they're like, Like I'll play like old Foo Fighters are like, what is this? It's so like weird. I'm like, yeah, it's guys actually like playing instruments.
I know. Nobody plays an instrument anymore.
It's not auto-tuned. Isn't that crazy? Like, this isn't the 40th take. This is the first time.
Yeah, seriously, that's how he did it too.
Yeah, like that happened. It wasn't the 40th take, and they didn't like, change their voice to sound like a robot.
I know, with all their bullshit synthesizers and everything.
But like, okay, so in the 80s, the synthesizers were kind of cool, and those came out, but that music kind of lasted.
It didn't really affect their vocal the insane way that the
It does now.
auto-tune does now.
Yeah.
Well, I think the difference, again, my feeling is the difference is the music we knew wasn't their voice. Like, think of like Duran Duran or like somebody like that who was using a synthesizer at that point. Like, it was so off. It wasn't even like a voice.
Oh,
But
for
also
sure.
they sang at other points with their voices, so you heard what it sounded like rather than the entire album having no clue really what this person honestly sounds like.
Yeah, like you think like they sound amazing, then you hear them in person, you're like, that doesn't even sound like the album.
We need to bring back Milli Vanilli.
Look, it's all about entertainment. So if you suck and you suck, so just suck and just be funny about it. Like,
Well, it's happened a couple times over the years. Remember, there was that one girl that got busted on Saturday Night Live.
Ashley Simpson.
Yeah.
Her career disappeared overnight.
Well, when you pretend like you can sing, if they just said, "Oh, I can't sing, but I'm going to be a good entertainer,"
right?
Maybe just okay.
Well, the thing with her, she came and then she tried to blame it on the band for like playing the wrong song or something.
Yeah,
it's like, bitch, there was vocals happening.
Yeah,
Fuck you talking about?
Yeah, that's bad. Jessica Simpson though still got it.
She's like a billionaire or some shit.
She's smoking. That's all I know. So
I always thought the other one was better looking.
Ashley?
Unpopular opinion, but then she got her nose done, dude.
Yeah,
it was out the window.
That's a very unpopular opinion.
Look, you can be dumb and make a lot of money. And that's all.
That's true.
How about those like little bullshit kids that are like playing with toys on YouTube that get paid millions?
Yeah,
dude, those like unboxing kids and stuff.
Unfucking believable.
My son, when he was first born, my first one, he went crazy for those. I'm like, okay, I can't let you watch this anymore. Like, I can't do it. Like, I can't watch a kid open a $2 toy and he's making millions of dollars. Like,
I know. My niece watches like makeup tutorials and shit like that.
Oh yeah, my kids will like sit there and watch them play video games. I'm like,
that's the weirdest thing to me.
You have all these video games and you're watching other people play them. Why did I even buy them for you?
Yeah.
Like, we could have just stuck with YouTube the whole time. Like, that shit's free.
The one thing I will say, my son was watching Minecraft. He doesn't have like the online account or anything, so he was like learning how to do stuff. I'm like, okay, I get that.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know.
Minecraft's huge.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine like the video games we played. Like, I don't let them play crazy stuff now.
What? No Mortal Kombat?
Dude, Mortal Kombat's it. I mean, if that was out still, I'd play that all day. Like,
they still make them.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I don't play a lot of video games anymore.
Yeah. What was that game we played at your house, Jimmy, all the time? It was like a skateboarding game where you could be like a biker and you like race. What was that?
Oh shit!
I know exactly what you're talking about. It was on the PlayStation.
We played that
was
thing.
it Skate or Die?
No.
Street Skater?
No, it was like Extreme something.
It was like an ESPN game. Remember ESPN?
Yeah, it was like almost like the Olympics, kind of, sort of.
Yeah, and you could race. You could be the bikes. You could be
the skateboarders. Yeah, I can't remember that game.
I know exactly what you're talking about, though. That game was the shit.
Yeah.
You remember Skitchin'?
Skitchin',
that was the game.
Yeah.
Skitchin' was great.
Just started out Skitchin'.
Because you had the PlayStation. No one else had the PlayStation at that point.
I got that for my birthday or Christmas in like 7th grade.
Yeah, that was we were like.
It was like,
yeah,
whoa.
I remember we played the hell out of Game Day '98.
That and like Crash Bandicoot.
Oh yeah.
Or Parappa
the Rapper. Yeah, we've talked about that. Because when I got it, I didn't have any. I got like the demo game, and like that was it. Maybe.
Well, yeah, because they used to have these demo discs that had like 20 demos on them.
Yeah, and and it worked. I mean, yeah, I couldn't play every level or whatever, but you know.
Whatever.
You keep you entertained for a while.
Absolutely.
We weren't hard to please.
You're good.
Oh, that was so fun.
Yeah. I remember that game. I have a PlayStation 3. I found out could play old PlayStation games.
Oh, okay.
So I bought one of those at like a GameStop one time for like $20 because they're like super cheap now. And I've been finding on like my son. I was like, okay, what can you do? So I bought him a Wii for like $10. And he's been playing like games on that.
Like Wii bowling.
No. Like they have like really good. Like they have a good hockey game actually. It's called NHL Slapshot, and it comes with a stick.
Oh, cool.
So you like actually have to go on like stick handle and like shoot and
Wow,
That's
that's
pretty
badass.
awesome.
yeah, it's not bad. So he plays that a lot. And there's Madden, we have to like throw the ball in the direction to the wide receivers and stuff. So
Oh, that's super cool too.
like it's funny, like Heinz Ward's in the Steelers, and like
Nice.
Willie Parker's the running back, and
Oh man.
he's like, who are these guys? I'm like, oh, if you only knew.
Fun fact: I have a Willie Parker jersey.
There you go.
I busted out in the playoffs if we're down.
If we're down,
Yeah, that's the trick. I'm telling you.
Gotta get Fast Willie out there.
Quick Willie. You know.
Quick Willie.
yeah, he knows, man. I hope they win this. I hope they win this thing. They need it.
We've got a shot. I mean, the rest of our games are, we still have to play the Browns again and the Bengals. Bums. Those are like basically 2 wins.
Yeah.
Easy there.
Goddamn bungles.
For the most part, the Browns are a little tougher this year, but come on.
Well, yeah, and Joe Burrow's out for the season,
Yeah,
right?
he destroyed his ACL. He might be gone for a career.
Yeah,
Oh,
Oh, Jesus.
That sucks.
that's that. Yeah.
Yeah, it does suck because the kid did show a lot of potential.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think if they win, this Ben retires.
I would assume so as well.
It's scary because who do you replace him with?
Please hope to God not Mason Rudolph.
I know he can't take another helmet to the head. Just
Like I almost hope like the Jets like are totally like implode and get rid of like Darnold.
I would take Darnold. Could you imagine him in Pittsburgh?
Oh, he'd be great. Like he's big like Ben. He can play maybe like Ben a little bit, and he's not on the Jets, so that might be better.
Sorry, Chuck was fucking with the iPad.
No, I was just checking the battery. It's
No,
still,
and you're
still
absolutely right.
64%.
Anybody that goes to the Jets, like your career is going to die. Same thing with the Browns. If you go
Look
to
at
the
Le'Veon
Browns, they'll pay you some money, but you're never gonna. Don't even look at the playoffs. And
Well, look, Le'Veon Bell lost $35 million to the Steelers and only made 16 with the Jets.
I
That's
know
a
how
fucking bummer.
dumb is that?
Well,
Like you arrogant idiot.
yeah, like they could have won the Super Bowl that year. They were good that year.
That was the year that got all screwed up, and the AB was crying like a little bitch.
Oh,
Well, no,
man.
that was the year before the crazy.
Oh, that was the year before. Okay.
Before
Okay.
the crazy. Remember, he sat out the whole year.
Yeah. Oh, that was so much drama.
Yeah. But the funny thing is, like, nationally, you never heard any of it. Like, here, you never heard. I mean, Tomlin should be like coach of the go back and give him coach of the year for like the whole time they had AB.
I know.
Yeah,
For
really.
keeping
The
him under
fucking worst.
wraps.
Yeah, like, it's crazy.
Now he's
Crazy.
with Tampa Bay.
And he can't even catch the ball.
barely
can't catch
putting
it.
up any numbers, I know.
Yeah.
Catching balls from Tom Brady. It's like just a one big slap in the face.
Yeah. They deserve each other.
They do. I hate Tom Brady.
Hey, I have Tom
Yeah,
Brady
for
as
sure.
my fantasy quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, so do I out of just need, but still,
Yeah.
He's doing quite well.
he's doing all right.
Pretty good.
He got blown out 38-3 by the Raiders like 2 weeks ago.
Whatever.
Or no, it might have been New Orleans.
Yeah, New Orleans. It was New Orleans.
It was New
You're right.
Orleans. Crushed them.
Yeah.
I love New Orleans. They're like they're my number 2 team.
Well, they're going to win this week. I bet put money on that one. They're playing Denver with no quarterback.
Oh, I know that's going to be amazing.
Jesus.
Drew Brees is out, too.
Yeah, but they
Yeah.
got Hill, and Hill's a beast.
They could put anybody out there. The freaking Broncos are playing a quarterback. They're running a quarterback.
Man, what do you do the entire time? You
Yeah,
just
I think I
blitz.
will have to try to watch that one. That should be entertaining.
Put 10 in the box, one safety back. Like, throw it, please.
I know.
Put 10 in the box. Like, that's all you're going to do.
Watch him come out and have a cannon.
Hey?
That would be intense.
Would that be the best thing to see, though? That's the thing. Like, I want him to be, like, amazing.
The only thing
Yeah, but that wouldn't be as much fun.
you're going to see like a lot of 5-10 yard passes. He's not going to put it down the field.
Well, no, but the 5 and 10 yard passes are the hardest ones to throw when the box is covered. Like, I mean,
You can pick the easiest.
Yeah.
Just throw it down. Let somebody running underneath it.
Hail Mary every time.
Yeah, I mean,
Pull a Doug Flutie.
they thought they were going to forfeit. I mean,
Yeah, that's crazy. That's where we are. I mean,
because of the bid. That's what we're at.
God damn vid.
Fucking vid.
and what's up with hockey? When's that supposed to start up again?
Dude, we're playing now.
Are we?
Oh, NHL. They're talking.
Is it in January?
January, yeah, like New Year's. Like I thought they were gonna do a New Year's game, but they're talking like the 15th or something like that.
Yeah, I gotta wait for the vid to settle down.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean,
calm
they
down.
look forward to, so that's good, right?
Yeah, we got to get some of those vaccines out there. Make sure everything calms down a little bit.
Military's
It
gonna
needs to
deliver
calm-
them straight to your house.
It needs to calm the hell down. I'm going to Hawaii at the end of the month.
Dude, I'm trying to go to Europe next year by September, so
I mean, they're doing planes. They're talking
Yeah.
about a quick vaccine before and a quick vaccine when you come back.
Oh, I'm down.
Right now, all you have to do is you have to take a test. It has to be done, the test, before you can get on a plane now. And the same for coming back.
If they're still not even letting us in Europe,
No. Yeah, well, I mean, Europe's not letting us in. Yeah.
basically, we're the dirty ones.
Yep.
Yeah.
The dirty Americans.
They've been saying
Great.
it forever.
Great.
Yeah.
What a moniker.
Yeah.
Well, it's been a rough 4 years.
Yeah.
Yep.
Needless to say. January 20th is coming up, though.
I don't know. You think he's gonna leave?
I don't think it matters.
I think I saw that they said they're already starting to put the paperwork in and do all that kind of madness. So
I don't think he's ever.
I don't
gonna,
think that was the question.
he's not going to concede, but whether he leaves, I don't think he's going to. There's not.
Is he
gonna be a choice.
physically gonna voluntarily get up out of the chair?
I think he wouldn't want to face that embarrassment of literally getting removed from the White House.
You put it
I don't
back?
know. Yeah, he's kind of like a kicking and screaming angry kid.
I
you
know he is like a petulant child right now.
Yeah, it's kind of like a wait and see kind of thing. Who knows?
It's kind of it's kind of bad, but
You saw him yelling at the
that reporter.
reporter yesterday, yeah.
Oh my God, I'm the president. You don't talk to me that way or whatever. Like it was like, come on, man.
Oh,
All he did was ask
buddy.
you to accept the results if the Electoral College approves it. Like,
That's not how that works. If you're the one challenging it, you have the burden of proof, Jagoff.
yeah.
Well, I like it was here in Pennsylvania where they're doing all the recounts and stuff, and now Joe Biden has more votes after the recount they did.
Oh no, that's Wisconsin.
Was that Wisconsin?
Yeah.
It was like 193 votes, but it was in favor of Joe Biden, which I just thought was hilarious.
I did too. I love being part of a battleground state. We get so much. We get we get caressed here. We get a lot of political love.
I like it.
Well, so George too.
I'm sure you guys get it now too. Expected a hell of a lot more now.
Well, we're also having a runoff.
I saw
because-
that.
Because in Georgia, you have to have above 50% of the vote to be elected in anything. So in the 2 Senate races, they're both going to runoff. So if you can imagine the political ads we're getting right now.
Still getting. I know. I feel so bad for you guys. At least our shit ended in November for the most part, early November.
Yeah. We're getting more, and like they're even coming on like my son's YouTube, like for Elmo.
Oh, Jesus.
They're trying to reach all those voters.
Yeah,
Even the young crowd.
yeah, because they could vote because we do mail-in ballots and everything. So
Us too. It's new for us up here for like everybody at the same time, or you used to have like a reason. Now it's like if you just want one, you vote by mail, and I voted by mail. Worked out.
I went early. I went 2 weeks early and voted.
Yeah.
What are your lines like down there?
It wasn't bad. I mean, it took me 10 minutes to vote because I went like 2 weeks ahead. So it wasn't like crazy amount of stuff. I just walked in, did the little push buttons on the electronic screen, and a thing printed out, and I scanned it in.
That was
And
that.
like, and then 2 days later, you can go online and like check and see if your vote was counted.
Us basically have this. We have the same thing up here.
Yeah.
I voted on the day of.
Except
Okay.
this
It
year,
was fine.
ours were paper this year, just because of the vid.
Really?
Yeah, that was the first time I think I've ever
Yeah,
had a paper ballot. But yeah, we had paper and pen.
I was totally cool with it.
I would think that would transmit more vid being on paper.
Yeah, well, I think they didn't want multiple people touching the same screen.
I mean, they can't use Lysol.
It's a problem. Yeah.
Who the hell knows? Well, we had a giant problem just getting enough poll workers to show up.
Because most of them are elderly.
That's the thing. And I actually tried to become a poll worker. And
Jim, you've been a poll worker for years.
Dang, son.
gotta work that poll.
That's right.
But I never got an email back, so who the hell knows what happened to that?
It's interesting.
Yeah. So what's up? Should we wrap this up? What time is it? Yeah, it's been about 3 hours.
Yeah,
Has it really?
Close to. It's about 2.5, going on 3.
yeah. Going on 3.
It's long. We try to keep them between 2.5 and 3.
Okay.
No, we actually try to keep them between an hour and an hour and a half.
That simply never happens.
But nobody listens to me, so you know.
They end up going into like 3 hours.
I gave up.
That's funny.
Joe Rogan does it 3 hours on average. So what the hell?
Yeah, why not?
That's true. That's true. Fuck Joe Rogan. You know what I say about that.
Yeah, Chuck has a big problem with JRE.
He's a hater.
I am. I'm a hater.
Well,
All right.
Charlie, land the ship.
Okay, we wrapping it up. Everybody
Yeah.
done?
Sure.
I forget how to wrap it up. Thanks everybody for listening. Thank you, Chris, for coming on and chatting with us. It's so nice to see you again. This was really cool.
Yeah, it was fun.
Like for real, for real.
For real, for real.
For real, for real. You know, for serious, man.
Do you ever want to do it again? No.
Yeah, definitely.
For sure.
You're going to be on our list of recurring characters, especially when we need some fresh taco ideas.
Telling you, I'll before, man. It's where it's at.
All right. Check us out on everywhere you can find podcasts, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all that shite. Check out some of our podcast friends. You know them. You love them. I'm not going to go through the list. That's it. I'm Chuck.
I'm Rob.
And I'm Jimmy.
And Chris, thank you so much again for being
Thanks,
here.
buddy. Really appreciate it.
And we hope this finds you well.